we're good.
Bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
Fellas, we got to taste a preseason game last week. Ball kicked off. We were in the end zone, Hall of Fame game. Panthers Cardinals. You had Carson Beck. You had Haynes King, a little Haynes King game winner at the very end. Everybody's salivating over Carson Beck. Not to, just to spoiler alert, everything's pretty vanilla in the preseason. Not to take away from Carson Beck, but the moment the ball gets kicked off, you realize, okay, it's just preseason. Football's not all the way back yet, guys. It's getting close. You're listening right now. It's the morning time. Wherever you're getting this podcast, number one, make sure you're subscribed and following all channels. If you're watching on YouTube, smash the like button. Smash the like button. Leave comments. We read. We do tier talks, hashtag tier talk. We do callbacks from last week. We love to engage with our audience. We have one here. Before I get into our presenting sponsor of FanDuel, I do want to read the callback for 8:30 in the morning, Sherm, if you can just get to that part of the equation. But this one comes from Huntro69, and this man says it's 8:30 in the morning. It's a crisp 60 degrees out, and the smell of football is in the air, and Willie C is bringing up Nick Foles' hog in the first 20 minutes. Safe to say we are back, fellas. That comment of Huntro69 is kicking off our presenting sponsor of the FanDuel Sportsbook, the number one sportsbook in America. Fellas, if you're watching the fights this weekend, you've got a pretty good one lined up with Islam Makhachev, Ian Machado, Gary. Big names, big card. And if you're anything like the boys, you're probably already talking yourself into a few picks. So don't just stop at one. Head over to FanDuel and build a parlay for the card, whether you're picking the main event, backing an underdog, or stringing together a few outcomes you like. FanDuel's got you covered. And this weekend, FanDuel's giving customers a 30% profit boost on parlays. So if you're already putting together a ticket, now's the time to make it count. Download the FanDuel app now at FanDuel.com/Bussin or on the App Store to get started. Fellas, a couple quick housekeeping, because again, dude, I want to talk ball with the boys, mainly college football. NFL camp is underway. Aaron Donald's coming back. Like, it is the Avengers on that defense out in LA. But we'll be in the thick of things. All NFL games. We have all preseason games. What'd you say, Jack? All 32 NFL teams play this week?
Yeah, we got 6 games on Thursday night as well.
That's going to tease us. That's going to tickle the balls. We are going to have fun watching some football. But it feels like the shit talking, the preseason polls, top 25s. We got top 10 quarterbacks list. College football just feels louder than ever. Usually it feels loud. It starts to get in the back half of the season. Teams start talking their shit. Fans start talking their shit more. But it feels like the noise is louder than ever preseason, and I absolutely love it. I can't wait to wax poetic with the boys. Before we do that, we have some housekeeping. Gentlemen, please introduce Cody Graves, the newest member of the Bussin' with the Boys team. He's going to be doing some pre-production. He is the football sicko we went out and found out in the world. I don't know where he came from. He came from right here in Nashville, Tennessee. But we went far and wide, expanded a big net to find a football sicko. Yep. And you were a captain, weren't you, Cody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And they called him Graveyard. They said, Cody, take him to the grave. But everybody welcome newest social producer, pre-production producer, football sicko, Cody Graves, to Bussin' with the Boys. And the comments better be welcoming the boy Cody Graves in the chat. Welcome him in the chat.
Willie C, you got him picking off Zach Wilson right here.
This you taking Zach Wilson to the house?
Taking him to the grave, baby.
Take him to the grave. Great hook drop. Find it. Tips ball, tips and overthrows. Got tackled quickly. I did as well.
Yeah. I told him. I said, I think Zach Wilson threw that ball right to me just so he could tackle me.
Does it do it now? I can tell you feel uncomfortable watching your highlights, seeing that your highlights are on the screen.
Very uncomfortable. This was happening on the bus before you showed up, and yes, very uncomfortable.
That was a great open field tackle you just had. Trigger. Great tackle. You're a cowboy tackle. That's what I was as well. God, we are two in the same, man. Couple salty white boys.
I was like maybe the Great Value brand of Will Compton, but yeah, hey, nonetheless, that was an absolute
good base. Way to
compliment.
shed. Sorry, we're watching Cody Graves highlights right now. But Cody Graves is on the bus. We have some more housekeeping. Coleman, where's Jack Coleman?
Jack Coleman.
We have some big news with the Ripping with the Boys. We have a new vertical that we're standing up. Just push it in the middle. New vertical that the boys have been standing up. Taylor's brainchild, Ripping with the Boys. We rip packs. This is a big generosity game with Bussin' with the Boys. It's the year of the audience. A lot of giveaways. The boys rip cards. They pull from Courtyard, powered by Courtyard, presented by Bussin' with the Boys and FanDuel. Jack, take it away.
Sir.
Shout out the Rippin' Stream.
Yeah, Rippin' with the Boys. If you aren't already, follow it, guys, at Rippin' WTB. We're really just getting started, and our first stream is coming Sunday. It's going to be amazing. 7 p.m. Central Time. We are chasing the chew. We are finding the damn chew. Taylor started that journey before I even got here. We were trying to figure out, what's this first stream going to be? I said, we end it. We go find that little guy.
And you're not leaving the stream until you find the chew, correct?
That is the plan. 24 hours before as well. Every hour on the hour, we're going to be giving out giveaways across our social media accounts. So follow that as well. Taylor has a cool thing, partnered up with Courtyard too, where every goal or side duck we pull, he's running some giveaways too that way. But we're ending this damn thing, man. We got to do it.
Guys, if you are big into cards, collectibles, all that stuff, if you follow at Rippin' WTB, that's the social channels, right?
Yes,
Rippin'
at Rippin'.
WTB.
It's going to mainly be on our YouTube for this one.
Mainly YouTube, but again, on the socials, like you guys are giving away shit all the time, every day. And you just said it, like on 24 hours before the stream kicks off at 7 p.m. Central Time on Sunday, 24 hours before, you guys are going to be giving away
basically we're running giveaways for every hour on the hour.
Every hour on the
awesome.
hour.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of giveaways during the stream as well.
During the stream as well. I actually brought some cards with us real quick here. I'll toss them out to you guys. This is Topps Chrome Update, one of the hottest products in the hobby right now. Basically, you're chasing for Cooper Flag's rookie debut patch. They got cards going for like 10K online right now too. You could see minions on them. Crazy stuff. Let me know if you guys see anything nuts, and we'll maybe give it away to the people.
I got Dirk Nowitzki.
Sure.
I got 2 Dirk Nowitzkis.
Sure. I got a hollow Austin Reeves there. Sure.
Yeah.
But join you guys Sunday. Stream starts 7
Yes.
p.m. Central Time on Sunday, Ripping with the Boys.
Yeah, we're getting going. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. So tune
And
in.
as you guys know, I just shout out Cody Graves, Jack Coleman. He joined us, what was it, last week?
Yeah, I still can't open doors.
Still can't open doors, but we're figuring it out. We got a lot of new guys joining the boys. But yeah, follow Ripping with the Boys. Tune in this Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Great work, man. Great work. Great work.
Great elevator pitch.
Yeah, great elevator pitch on Ripping with the Boys. Gentlemen, where do we even want to start? I look, we went to the Hall of Fame induction last week. That vlog will be coming out soon. If you guys are watching right now, there's probably a lot of LA Chargers fans tuned in. We got a few interviews dropping, Coach Harbaugh being the headliner. That'll come later in the show. The vlog, I believe, is already out. So you want to see the training camp tour with the boys out in LA, being at practice, sitting down, getting some back-end conversations with the boys. You go check that out on our YouTube page. But again, this past week, we got to go to the Hall of Fame. By the way, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, incredible hosts. Thank you guys for being so generous to us. The fan festival stuff outside of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, seeing all of the legends in attendance was pretty surreal. It was pretty wild. Like chopping it up, seeing guys of the likes like Megatron just get swarmed like a zombie apocalypse, fans trying to get autographs. Like just seeing the studs that will be in Hall of Fame history forever in attendance was really cool. And again, the class this year, the GOAT, Luke Kuechly. Imagine coming into the NFL and somebody comes and tells you, just some wizard comes and tells you, some genie says in 15 years you're going to be in the you're going to be getting inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You'd be thinking to yourself, buddy, I need to play 15 years and have an incredible career just to start that journey of getting into the Hall of Fame. Luke Kuechly played 8 years, got in first ballot Hall of Famer. Like that is insane if you think about it. Hey, buddy, 15 years from now, you will be in Canton, Ohio, getting inducted with your bust into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Luke Kuechly made it. Drew Brees made it. Roger Craig. Adam Vinatieri. Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald. Adam Vinatieri. Yeah, Joe Thomas. Incredible class. And it seems like it gets harder every year. The guys who are on the list to get in next year, like Gronk, Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, Cam Newton, I believe. God. Is going to be his first swing at it, but dude, it just stacks year in and year out. I still can't believe Torrey Holt's not in it. There's so many guys that people argue year in and year out. But the experience at the Pro Football Hall of Fame was absolutely electric. Thank you guys for being such gracious hosts for the boys. Got to watch a little bit of the preseason game before we went to bed. Carson Beck, he seemed to go off. Had a good stat line. My man says he hasn't gotten nervous since he was 8 years old. I am, everybody's fired up. Cooper Comstock, massive fan of the Arizona Cardinals. He went 15. Carson Beck, he's like 15 for 19. Carson Beck's my GOAT. 188 yards and 1 touchdown in his first preseason game. Be cautious of buying the stock too quick. Like, what does it even mean that Carson Beck's the guy? Does that mean Arizona is going to be a tough football team this year? Not in that division. Not with the Rams, not with the Seahawks, not with the 49ers. I do understand the optimism of, hey, we seem to have a guy at the quarterback position, but it is an uphill climb. Jeremiah Love, he's going to be a stud. Got to see him.
It's not a layup game in the division.
No.
Why not?
No.
Beck?
Arizona's still going to be fourth in the division, but you can be excited that it seems like you have a guy who can play quarterback for you.
Yeah.
Also, just special shout out to Casey Kreider, the long snapper for the Cardinals. Just coming up to you.
Him coming up pregame, like they're out there warming up. They're out there doing their thing, and he wanted to come up and just say how he was a PT sicko and a massive fan of the For the Dads podcast. You guys don't know, Sherman and I, we co-host a podcast called For the Dads that drops every Wednesday morning. But my man comes up to me just talking about how he struggled with trash day, dog shit fell out because his wife didn't get the trash fully dialed in. Massive fan. He's shouting out. He's about to go out there and play a game, and he's shouting out Chef Jack, Seaman Team Sicko.
Who's so deserving of it.
So deserving.
When I saw him bring up Chef's name, and then he did that pause and he kind of shook his head and go, Chefy boy. I go, oh, he gets it.
Yeah. He's like, leader of Seaman Team 6. Deke. Sherm, what a beauty. But that was cool. That was awesome. We saw Darren Bates out there. A lot of good fun was had at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And shout out Swenson's. Gotta shout out Swenson's. You don't go to Ohio for much, but you go to Ohio for football and Swenson's.
I am sick that I missed that Swenson's trip.
It was a good one. It's a good burger.
On the note of food, you guys got to try all the NFL cities' best food. You got like a top 3?
The Seattle Seahawks, the beignets that they had. The Kansas City barbecue was a hitter. It's hard to mess up barbecue. Yep. The Buffalo chicken dip from the Buffalo Bills. But again, you get there and it's, they were talking about smash burgers, Washington, D.C., and it wasn't a smash burger. It was a ball of beef smushed between a couple patties. I'm talking a ball of beef. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like something small, like a sampler ball, not a smash burger. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? You guys are representing D.C., and this is the shit you guys want to put out there on the tray?
I was saying moving forward, they should just have they should fly out like a local food truck. Not like the actual truck itself, but the people who own a truck. And then that way it's like legit real food from each city.
The real cuisine.
Good call, Mitch.
Not guys just chopping it up. Oh, this city likes
the
this.
Kent
This
State
city likes
soccer
that.
team out there just handing out food.
There's one I'm asking every lady or guy, like, oh, you from this area? Oh, is this your food? And both answers being no. It's like, all right, so am I really getting the experience? But yeah, maybe, we'll look that again. We're in a brainstorm right now.
What was that?
Thank you, Pro Football Hall of Fame, for hosting us. You guys were great hosts.
And shout out their comms team. Jake running point for us, setting up meetings since April, trying to get everything locked in. Nick just making sure we were getting everywhere to and from with no issues. Yeah. And then Emma, I don't know if you guys saw this. We're with the signing jerseys we're doing now. We didn't have a Joe Thomas one. It's on me. But I told her right when we got there, and I was like, oh, we don't have a Joe Thomas one. He was obviously first up. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll be right back. Instantly goes and gets a Joe Thomas jersey for us so we could get it signed. I mean, the three of them, their whole comms team was just so awesome and accommodating and made everything so much easier to operate on. Yeah, they were dialed. And those interviews will be coming out soon. You got the LA Chargers this week for training camp tour. Next week is the Las Vegas Raiders. I believe is Pro Football, is the Hall of Fame. Do we know exactly when those are coming out yet? We got to sit down with Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas was solo. Then we sat down with Drew Brees and Luke Kuechly. And for the football sickos, for the ones who love to tug it to some football talk.
Yeah. Truly football porn.
Yeah, yes. Drew Brees and Luke Kuechly were, they played against each other several times and were just glazing each other. And I hate saying glazing because it was truly incredible, the amount of respect that they were giving to each other. And not only that, but it seemed like they broke each other down so well. That's going to be a great one. We sat down with Larry Fitzgerald and Adam Vinatieri. That one was awesome. We also sat for solo pods with Charles Haley. Got a little intimidating. He's an intense cat.
I heard he was scary.
Yeah.
I was nervous. Like, I know I could roll him. You know what I mean? He's old. He kind of he had some issues like helping him up. I'm like, hey, I wanted to ask, do you want some help up from the couch? But you're also scared of him because this was a bad man back in his heyday, and he don't play no shit. You can just tell.
Yeah,
he busts balls, but you just never know. I was nervous asking questions to Charles Haley.
It's a laugh no matter what he says. You just laugh.
Yeah. And he might not want you to laugh, and then you think like, oh shit, should I not laugh at that? And yeah.
And Zach Thomas was great.
And we sat down with Zach Thomas, and that one was all time.
He's a tier 1.
He's a tier 1. He knew some facts about Taylor and myself. He's bringing up our histories, even high school football. He knew that Taylor had won a state championship back in the day. Zach Thomas was incredible. You guys are going to love all of these conversations. I'm trying to think anything in the NFL related before we move on to this awesome college football talk. Oh, running backs are getting paid.
Ooh.
Running backs are getting paid. You saw Bijan Robinson get a massive bag last week. Who else got extended? I know Jonathan Taylor, but Jahmyr Gibbs comes out like the next day after Bijan, resets him, jumps him.
It's crazy.
Right?
Yeah. It was Bijan first. He set the record.
Jahmyr got more guaranteed money, right? Yeah. And what's funny is you got Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, all getting massive paydays, and Jordan Love is still the highest paid. With Jeremiah Love is still the highest paid with his guaranteed rookie deal, and he doesn't even have to tap into it yet because of all of his NIL money he got at Notre Dame. God, gentlemen, there's a lot of college football lists coming out these days. You have the coaches poll that came out. I know a gentleman has some tier talk on the coaches poll. Josh Pate is now dipping his paintbrush into top 10 quarterback lists again. We will not only show his Big Ten top quarterback rankings, but we also, as we go through these Big Ten rankings for the quarterback position, top 10, we do need to remind the audience that Josh Pate did have a top 10 SEC QB rank last year, and it was abysmal. It was brutal. Yes, Josh is very fun to listen to. He's easy to understand. He makes things relatable. He is the best in the business when it comes to college football talk, but my man struggles with the quarterback position. Sherm, right now, I know you're bringing up his, are you bringing up his SEC? Okay, we got the Big Ten rankings right here. And breaking this down, my first thought is he's sleeping on Calandria. He's sleeping on Calandria, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Due to how his list went last year with the SEC, he was abysmal. Calandria is going to be a master of chaos this year in the Big Ten. I'm telling you right now, I love what I'm hearing coming out of the Nebraska camp. We're not going to go full Nebraska on this podcast because, again, it's 1 week at a time this year. 1 week at a time. And it's hard.
What's one thing you've heard coming out of camp? Just one. Could even be a one word.
Biggest, meanest, leanest roster that Coach Rules had? You listen to the cats speak, the players speak, the confidence in which they speak. Because again, they have a lot more poise, I feel like, coming in. They know all the shit that Nebraska has been through the last few years. I know the fan base, people are just overhearing about the Nebraska football talk and how they're going to, hey, rule year 3, all that shit. They know it's put up or shut up time.
Yeah.
They got a tough schedule. They got about 5 hanging out there. Their floor is 7-5, but they got 5 out there where they can be masters of chaos in. They host Indiana.
Come on.
They go out to Oregon.
Come on.
They have Iowa, Washington. No Penn State this year. Ohio State. They have Ohio State.
And they're saying meanest, leanest, most athletic group of boys rules.
Biggest, meanest, leanest that they've had roster-wise. Owen Chambliss coming over from San Diego State. The leadership qualities they talk about with him. I did see a report that said, I watched practice today. This is coming from one of the reporters out there. I watched practice today. This defense is who you want coming off the bus. They'll just, listen, I'm just going to leave you with that.
Whoa.
Yeah. Big, mean, lean coming off the bus.
Damn.
We all know I drink the Roulade. We all know I drink the Nebraska Kool-Aid. The optimism is extremely high. I have them around 9 wins this year. I will be talked into 10 by week 1, and we will be making a playoff push come the back half of the season. We are not going to get into that right now. The focus is Josh Pate's Big Ten top 10 list of quarterbacks. He's got Julian Sayin, Dante Moore, Jaden Mayava. No issues with those. Josh Hoover. I know people are very high on Josh Hoover coming out of TCU. Big RPO guy. That offensive coordinator went out to South Carolina. JP's got a lot to look forward to. Josh Hoover, the RPO master, now goes up to Indiana, who loves the RPO. They ran it last year with Mendoza. But again, in Indiana is sitting there, Hoover. You have him as your quarterback. What do you have, around 45 interceptions, 45 turnovers in his 31 starts so far? Guy can put the ball on the ground, put the ball in the other team's hands at times. It'll be interesting to see how he does with Cignetti at Indiana. Again, Indiana loses a lot of firepower on offense with Cooper, with Surratt, losing those receivers to the NFL. Mm-hmm. They do have their Joe Moore O-line coming back.
Yep.
They have a lot of defensive pieces coming back. So they will be a tough football team. I'm not as bought in on Indiana as I feel like everybody else. A lot of respect going in from Indiana. But when you look at the Big Ten, your boys got Oregon, Ohio State, and then a cluster kind of in that tier 2 margin. We can get to that here in a little bit. But after Josh Hoover at number 4, he's got Bryce Underwood at number 5. I think that's a reach. I think potential-wise, where Bryce Underwood's ceiling could be, who fucking knows? This is the number 1 player in last year's class. He now has a quarterback coach.
You're saying too high.
Bryce Underwood too high.
All right.
Bryce Underwood too high. I see this as Josh Pate is taking a little bit of a risk because he saw how abysmal he was in last year's SEC QB rankings, that he's trying to foresee and foreshadow what Bryce Underwood could be. Because again, as far as what's been put on film, you got Rocco Beck behind Underwood. Rocco Beck has put more on film than Bryce Underwood. Williams, this cat out of Washington, is a stud. He is low. You could see I could see Williams being 5. Malik Washington, absolute. He's got piss missiles coming out of Maryland. I can't believe he's still at Maryland. Maryland always does a great job. They're kind of like South Carolina. They recruit the DMV really well and keep some star power in some positions. I can't believe Malik Washington's still in Maryland because Maryland's going to be dog shit this year. Colton Joseph at number 9. I don't necessarily know a whole lot about Colton Joseph. So to me, it's like, where's fucking Calandria in the top 10 list? Because Wisconsin,
what's going on there?
Fickle's going to be on the hot seat. Wisconsin's got a tough schedule. Wisconsin's probably not going to be a top after the Big Ten star. You know, no disrespect to the Wisconsin Badgers out there. Colton Joseph. They got him over Nico Iamaleava. Sorry, I got the Iamaleava.
Yeah.
Last year. But we're beyond that drama. Nico is a good football player. I think he's going to do very well with that coaching staff coming over from JMU out to UCLA. UCLA is going to be a master of chaos this year as far as making it interesting in the Big Ten. I really do believe that. But here's Josh Pate's SEC QB rankings from last year. Yeah, DJ Lagway, Wolf, that was bad, but now he's at Baylor. I think a better home at Baylor. Arch Manning, he had a tough year, but all the football, the inside ball knowers know it wasn't as much Arch Manning as it was the offense kind of around him and the pieces around him. I know a lot of you guys tugged it to that Cam Coleman catch over the weekend. Ball gets tipped by Arch Manning. Cam Coleman, the alien that he is, comes up, reaches behind the back, snags it. Texas fans got to be just salivating at the season this year. He had Lenore Sellers at number 3. Lenore Sellers, this is a potential Heisman type potential candidate. He didn't have a great year last year. He had Garrett Nuttmeyer at number 4. We all saw how that played out at LSU. John Mateer at 5. John Mateer started off strong. Then you kind of, had a little fracture, broke his hand a little bit, and then he was downhill. Austin Simmons, he had at 6. I mean, he didn't even play. Yeah, Jackson Arnold at 7. Dude continued to see ghosts at Auburn. Look, we just got to call a spade a spade. He had Diego Pavia low. He took it as disrespect. Diego had some, he performed well. He had Marcel Reed, who was super low on the list. He was in the Heisman. He was in the Heisman run last year. But an abysmal performance by Josh Pate in the SEC QB rankings. Overall, we can look at this and assume a lot of good things from the Cats, the bottom half of his top 10 list coming out of the Big Ten, especially Calandria, who's not even on the list. Gentlemen, who do we got? If I had to say what's a headline, if I had to say a headline coming out of the ACC, who's going to be the team that challenges the Miami Hurricanes? Or is there going to be a team that challenges the Miami Hurricanes? Cody, I'm kind of looking at you because you are considered football sicko.
In the ACC, I really like SMU and then a long shot in Louisville.
You think it's a long shot in Louisville?
Yeah, to take down Miami. Yeah, but I think SMU it will be in the mix in the SEC.
Jennings is nice.
Stud.
He is a stud.
Rhett Lashley got the boys moving down there.
And SMU is one of those places too. You got Dallas money down there. A lot of people are super competitive. They came out of the death penalty. Now they moved over to the ACC recently. Like, they're not talked about enough. I know those Texas boys take it personal. A lot of money is getting sunk into that program. And Jennings is a baller.
Yeah, and then Louisville, I mean, we'll see. Lincoln Kienholz, he was a really highly recruited quarterback to Ohio State and really hasn't got not much tick, but I think he's got enough experience underneath him under Ryan Day, and then he's got, Braun being the head coach. Dude. I think that opening game at Ole Miss is going to be really telling.
Yeah. Because you mentioned too, Braum, him going and working under Braum. Braum is known as being a savant with the quarterbacks. Last year, he did win with more run game and defense. But that cat, dude, coming out of Ohio State, just knowing like, Julian Saint's going to be the beast. I mean, obviously, they're getting a blue chipper.
Yeah, and he's I think Kienholz is like a South Dakota kid. He was committed to UW, University of Washington for a long time, and then flips late, but an All-American. He has all the talent. He's kind of seen as being a, just this backup quarterback that's headsy, but he is a super athlete.
I like moving to the hot seat of Dabo Swinney. Clemson is, like, even though they lost, they had a bad year last year, terrible year last year. They had a lot of heavy hitters on that offense and defense that they lost. But they've also been a school that's recruited top 5 year in and year out over the last 5 years. I think they can be interesting as well. Obviously, we'll get to see them right out of the gate against LSU and Death Valley. But Clemson's also one. Those would be out of the, if you're talking about any teams that could challenge Miami, because Miami's going to be fucking good this year.
What about Virginia? They got Bo Pribula, transfer from Mizzou.
Yeah.
I mean, they made the ACC championship last year.
Yeah, really Virginia Tech with James Franklin.
Yeah.
I think Franklin's going to need he's going to need a little bit of time. Like, I know we're excited about what Franklin's going to do at Virginia Tech because, again, you're bringing back that VT logo, I think, in the future. I think he's going to need a little bit more time comparatively to what you got on some of these rosters, specifically Miami.
But it is a little bit easier in the ACC rather than the Big Ten or the SEC where you're coming in, you're just looking at a gauntlet of a schedule. It's a little tougher. But in the ACC, if the schedule goes, in your direction, I think it's a quicker turnaround than maybe taking over one.
And he got all of those Penn State guys to transfer with him. So they're going to Penn State in the Big Ten. Obviously, that competition is going to be way higher than it is in the ACC. So, I feel like these guys that maybe not have heard of that were at Penn State, that may have been younger, transferred with him. I feel like they're going to be. I think Virginia Tech is probably what I would say is a sleeper.
Yeah, more sleepers than contenders.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, are they actually going to challenge Miami? I mean, Miami is fucking loaded.
But really, who else is a contender? I think Miami is just above and beyond, really.
Because Mintz is going to be a dog. He's going to be an upgrade over Beck.
Virginia Tech is a sleeper, but unfortunately, the bottom half of their schedule is like every single team that you wouldn't want to play in the ACC. It's Georgia Tech, Clemson, SMU, Miami, Virginia.
You know who's got an ability to be a master of chaos? Cal.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
That QB, dude.
But Tosh, JKS, Tosh, the DC from who's been with Oregon, who was at Oregon, coming down to be the head coach of his alma mater. His intensity, his recruiting ability. I want to say he won Recruiter of the Year in his past at Oregon. Like, the dude's intensity is fucking insane, and I'm excited to see what Cal can do. Like, roster-wise, they're not going to match up, but as far as they're not a team you can look at, any team in the ACC, and you look at that Cal game, and you just pencil in hey, this is going to be a dub. I don't think it's going to be that easy, especially traveling out to Cal. You're going to get to see a fun game, in my opinion, between UCLA and Cal, because I think UCLA can be a master of chaos in the Big Ten.
That's going to be a fun game. And Cal, I mean, they're not playing all those teams that I just listed before. They don't have to play Miami. They don't have to play Georgia Tech. They have a more favorable ACC schedule where at the end of the year, I know this last season was crazy as far as who went in there, Duke and Virginia, correct?
Yeah.
In the way the tiebreakers work.
Yeah,
but
Cal
could sneak their way into an ACC championship.
sneak their way into an 8. I don't know if I'd go that far, and I'm not going to go that far whatsoever. But I do think they're one of those teams that you just can't sleep on or think we're going to go out here and catch a dub real quick, or even host them. I believe in I believe in Tosh, honestly. Like getting to sit in on some of those meetings last year when we went out to Oregon, knowing him a little bit. I think he's going to get those guys going fairly quickly in the first year. I don't say fairly quickly, like get them going like they're going to have, this big winning season or go 8-4 or anything like that. But I just think that they're going to be sneaky. The only reason I'm not sold on Virginia, I do like Bo Perbula. I think he's a good quarterback. We have a lot of good quarterbacks in college football this year. The only reason I'm not sold on Virginia is they won so many one-score games that it's just like it's a toss-up that it could have went any which way. And when you look at what happened to their roster, they have a lot of guys that transfer out. Like Virginia's still kind of like a stepping stone to get to a bigger program. So a lot of their big dogs that they do have guys returning, but a lot of the cats that they had great years or were all conference or anything else, kind of use that to go to a bigger program.
What is it, Tony Allen, the head coach?
Tony Allen.
Virginia's head coach is a stud. Like he's one of those guys who's like, okay, I want to play for him. Like he's very energetic. It's all about like, I don't know. He just seems like he's all about it. Like very much like a player's coach.
I can say this: I'm not going to troll the ACC as hard this year like I did last year.
Yeah.
I have a lot more respect for the ACC.
It's crazy also that in 2026 we can still sit here, talk about the ACC, and Florida State was not mentioned one time. That's crazy.
Dude, Norvell is just in a tough spot. I like Norvell. We got to go down there. We did a spring tour at Florida State. Big fan of Norvell. Big fan of the things that they were trying to do. Like they were trying to hit. They've been a team that hits the portal hard. They got Tony White as the DC when he left Nebraska. I'm like, fuck, that's a huge loss for Nebraska because he had that defense humming and going down in a recruiting pool like Florida to be at Florida State. Terrence Knighton is a coach there. Like they had like in my brain, it's like, man, they got the staff. They seem like they had the goons walking around there. I think they're in such a tough spot, even if they have. Like if they're optimistic about what they're doing in training camp, like as they get going in August, they have a tough schedule, man.
They do.
Like they got SMU in week 2. They go to Alabama. They're playing Virginia. They're at Louisville. They're at Miami. They have Clemson.
Could you name one player on their roster?
Fuck, I'm trying to think of that DN, that pass rusher.
So is it Deuce Washington or Deuce?
Running back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not really. It's like, again, when I'm sitting there researching some of the ACC, it's like the Seminoles. I look at the Seminoles and I just think, fuck, Norvell's in a tough spot this year. They have a hard schedule. They got all the dogs. They have pretty much all the heavy hitters in the ACC, and then out of conference too with going to Bama. And again, it's like they got NC State on the schedule. They'll be at Pitt. They're just gonna have a tough schedule, man. I just don't like. I don't see a happy ending in Florida State this year with Coach Norvell.
Yeah, since that undefeated run and then going into the bowl game against Georgia and just phoning it in, like outside of that moment against Alabama last year, like how many moments since then can you remember a good moment for Florida State?
I feel like though, you said they're playing Alabama first game of the year. That's when you want to play Alabama though.
Yeah.
No, they got them. Oh, you're talking about last year.
Yeah, but when do they?
This year they got them week 3.
Yeah, third.
I still feel like that's early enough where. Because nobody really knows what you're going to be getting out of Alabama this year with all of the guys that they lost.
You could say that, but I feel like Bama is in a very urgent situation.
Very.
DeBoer is for sure.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like I feel like the urgency around there, like Alabama, when you think of the SEC, and we can move on to the SEC now. When I'm thinking of the SEC, I know Bama is in some of the top lists with some of the football heads out there talking about the conference this year. It's like Texas is going to be a juggernaut. Georgia is going to be a juggernaut. They always are. LSU, again, Lane making the move from Ole Miss to LSU. They had 17 transfers come in this year. They hit the portal hard. They've always recruited well. Like there's going to be goons at LSU. It's going to be a big year for them. Even Ole Miss, it's like they still have a lot of good talent coming back. Between Lacey and Trinidad, like they have a lot of good weapons coming back. And they have a lot of just momentum because of how everything played out with Lane. Like Ole Miss is going to be a really good team this year. And I haven't even mentioned
Oklahoma.
Golly. Their defense is going to be elite. They didn't do a great job running the ball last year, but again, they got a lot of veteran O-line coming back. They're going to have a good backfield. If they can just have an average running game, Mateer's going to be healthy going into this year. They have weapons on the outside. Like, that's a team. It's like SEC, I think Texas, I think Georgia, and the third team that I'll probably put in there right now would be in Oklahoma. It'd be like a three-way tie. You got Oklahoma, you got LSU. Ole Miss, we'll find out soon because we got Ole Miss, LSU in week 3. But I don't find myself talking about or thinking about Bama as much just because of the year that they had last year.
You think A&M can repeat what they did last year? Or you think that's like a
I think A&M is going to be nice until they get to the end of the year. A&M is going to be a playoff contention team until you get to the end of the year to where they go to Oklahoma and then they host Texas. A&M also goes to Alabama.
South Carolina and Tennessee. All of that on the tail end of the schedule.
You could have a defining game as far as the playoff conversation goes on October 24th when A&M goes to Alabama. So that's kind of where my brain's at when I think about Alabama. I just think it's a big year for DeBoer.
Also, John Mateer staying healthy. There's been about 3 or 4 times where I legitimately thought Jack had done one of those muscle edits on John Mateer with some of the pictures I'm seeing on social media.
He's a specimen.
If he stays healthy all year and keeps the way that he played.
If the team stays healthy all year.
Yeah, true.
Because I'm drawing a Coach Venables.
Yeah.
I know he works the boys hard. Like, they're intense. He's all defense.
And for them not to be able to run the ball last year, like having a defensive head coach, like that's number 2 in stopping the run and having your offense being able to run the ball. I cannot imagine that they're not going to be able to run the ball this year. Like, being a defensive head coach, that's like number 1. Like,
Venables strikes me as a cat too that's just been pissed off all off season and in every assistant coach's ear about running the fucking rock.
Yeah. Keeps his defense off the field. Like, you want him to sustain drives. So.
Cody, who's your favorite to win the SEC this year? Or maybe just
Honestly,
SEC championship?
Yeah, SEC. Well, I think the group at the top is, I think it's Georgia and Texas. And honestly, I might differ a little bit, but I throw Oklahoma in that top tier with Texas and Georgia. And then everyone else is kind of middle of the pack that has a playoff shot depending on how schedule lines up. But I really like Auburn as a dark horse. That I think
You like Golish.
Yes, and I think that there is a world where that game, the Iron Bowl, is for a playoff spot. Both teams being 10-2 in that spot, win and you're in, and Byron Brown is in New York because they bring 3 of their top receivers from USF, so the cohesion's going to be there. And then defensively, they bring back Durkin, their DC, and that defense, they had some shit to them last year. Like, they had, 6 out of their 7 losses last year were 1 score, and I think only one of them was they scored more than 20 points. So their defense was in a tough spot last year. Like, I think things are lining up for Auburn to be really good.
They got an action figure, like Cam Newton 2.0.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
And he
I like to get my paws on those quads and
and
shoulders.
people are talking about Drew Mestemaker at Oklahoma State, but Brown had better numbers than Mestemaker in the same conference. Like, people are sleeping on Byron Brown a little.
Well, let's not throw shade at Mastermaker.
I love Mestemaker, but the talk is all Mestemaker transferring up, but no, they're just kind of sneaking under the radar.
We'll get to the Big 12 here in a second. How you feel about Summerall in Florida? I like the way you're feeling about Auburn. Like, I don't think Florida's going to be like competing at that level this soon in year 1, but I love me some Summerall, dude.
He's got some shit. Like, him talking shit in the media is kind of, but being in the SEC, you have to back that up, or else it's like, oh, he's. And that's anywhere, but I feel like
I think Summerall's going to work out at Florida. I like Golish too at Auburn.
Yeah, and it's just tough with Florida. You think about the teams right now, like Florida, Tennessee, even Alabama, where you just don't know nothing really out of camp on who's going to be the guy at quarterback. So it's hard to really, say right now how we feel about those teams.
Jack, where's your mind at right now with Tennessee? We've been doing some SEC talk, and one team, it just got mentioned.
Yeah.
But one team that hasn't gotten mentioned in the entire conversation are the Tennessee Volunteers.
It's been a quiet kind of off season. Obviously, we lost Joey Aguilar, but there's a quarterback battle going on between Garrett McIntyre and Faison Brandon. Garrett McIntyre, I believe, is a junior, be his third season. He's had some moments that are very questionable when he had to come in the last season. But the whole thing is, if you bring in a true freshman, Faison Brandon, and he has 2 bad games, that Tennessee Twitter is going to light on fire. But there has been a lot of positive videos I've been seeing of Faison Brandon working hard at camp. So part of me almost feels like Heupel maybe takes the risk, starts the true freshman, and maybe he's the guy for the next 2 years. I don't know. It's scary. We do have a solid wide receiver core. Tristan Keys being a new one. Braylon Stanley and Mike Matthews will be dogs. Again, I think the biggest positive note for Tennessee right now is that there is no expectation on our season, where in years past, it's like, you got to have a 10-2 season. Yeah. We obviously lost 2 years ago to Ohio State in a very poor fashion in the college football playoff. I like the no expectation because people assume that we're going to be kind of middle of the road, maybe 8-4 at best. Again, a lot of question marks. I kind of hope Faison Brandon ends up getting the starting role because he's an absolute specimen, an alien. 6'4", 225, dual threat. I think he could be the guy, but you just don't want to put him in too early because if he has a couple bad games, your fan base loses a lot of that confidence in him. And Garrett McIntyre is not the guy, unfortunately, but he does have experience. And this is also a big prove it year for Heupel because if we go 7-5, those donors are going to be in the ear and saying Heupel's got to go. I don't want
crazy.
I do too.
I think it'd be nuts too, but that is the nature of the beast.
But that's just how it is now today in college football. It's like, if you're not winning and in the college football playoff, you're not successful, which sucks. I love Heupel. But yeah, this is a big get back on track year, and a lot of positive things have come out if the quarterback situation pans out. We just got to play ball, man. And, it's scary. It almost sucks when you're like, you listen to all these SEC conversations and Tennessee is just not even in the mix.
I know.
It's a bummer.
But you're also hearing all these teams that are potentially in the mix for a college playoff battle. And it's like, dude, the SEC is deep this year.
I know.
You guys are every year.
Yeah, and the schedule's tough. I mean, we have, after week 3, we go Texas, and then it's SEC the rest of the year. So boys just got to stay healthy, and they got to stay a team because I think at the end of the day, that team chemistry with a lot of these new pieces, young quarterbacks, new players, they got to work together. So I believe in Faison Brandon. I just don't know what the right call is on if he starts week 1 or if they bring him in a couple weeks after if things start going south. But I do know in the end, I do think Faison Brandon's going to pan out to be a monster in college football.
The good news is these big tems that we're talking about in the SEC, you got pretty much all of them at home.
Yeah.
Texas coming to Tennessee, a game that the boys will be at. Auburn at Tennessee.
Yeah.
You got LSU at Tennessee. Bama at Tennessee.
Did you see what Heupel said in media days about the LSU game?
No.
Because what was it, 2022, when the mustard bottle and the golf ball situation where things are getting thrown? Yeah. He said that he hopes that the Tennessee fan base buys all the mustard bottles and every golf ball from every sporting store because it's going to be a tough homecoming for Lane Kiffin. Obviously, the city of Knoxville despises Lane Kiffin, as I do too, and I would love nothing more than to see him fail at LSU. And there's so much pressure on him with everything going on from his stand at Ole Miss, so I don't know. It'll be interesting, but yeah, I do. At the end of the day, I like that the expectation is set low for us because in that you can surprise some people. And it's the SEC. It's like no matter if you're Tennessee, Alabama, Oklahoma, Texas, like the worst SEC team any given Saturday could beat you. So we just gotta 0-0, start off hot, keep the boys in the locker room together. And you just pray.
Good news, everybody's 0-0 right now.
0-0.
I feel like kind of after everything he was saying, I feel like not that they're in the same boat, but you're saying how Nebraska be masters of chaos. Tennessee is very much, I feel like, in that spot.
Could be a master of chaos.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Mizzou could be a master of chaos. Mizzou's always sneaky every year.
What about Vandy?
We'll talk about him next year. It's kind of my...
I mean...
You kind of see how it plays out. Like it's going to be the first, it's... first year without Diego Pavia. Like all their success that they've had has been with Diego Pavia.
But they have Blaze.
They got Cade McConnell.
And Cade McConnell, obviously the most important player on their team. But like everything, obviously Cade's a little brainwashed, but like he speaks extremely highly of Blaze. And then they also have Jared Curtis.
Yeah, look, they've built a good culture over there. Like that's how you want your players talking going into training camp. You don't want them second guessing themselves. But again, on the outside looking in, all of these teams, everybody we just talked about, until this 5-star quarterback gets in there and starts slinging it and proving that Vanderbilt is still a massive player in the SEC, I think this is one where you kind of sit back and see how they perform first half of the season. Because again, they're going to be going to Georgia on October 3rd. They go to Auburn September 26th. Yeah. So once you get into late September, you got Auburn, Georgia, Ole Miss, all back to back to back.
And a sneaky NC State coming to them.
True, yeah. Another one you can't sleep on. That one's on September 19th, Willie C's birthday. But those would be my thoughts on Vandy. It's, they're just not, I don't see them in the conversation with the teams that we've kind of been having. In the Big 12, do we see BYU sneaking Texas Tech? Texas Tech's going to have a free walk to the Big 12 championship, in my opinion, with that schedule.
I mean, obviously, if they had Sorsby, it's like a foregone conclusion. But people are still not, I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like people are, because Sorsby's not there, Texas Tech, they're not going to be as powerful as they were going to be. But Will Hammond playing last year for stepping in a couple of games for Morton when he was hurt, he can fucking play.
Yeah, and they have the staff to do it. Like, as far as when you talk the NIL world and money going into these programs, like Texas Tech is in the upper echelon. When you talk about the Oregons of the world, the Ohio States, and all these teams spending $40-50 million, like Texas Tech is up in that tier. Not a lot of Big 12 teams, really no Big 12 teams. Like BYU's closer. I want to say that they're north of 30. So they have a good roster. They have good culture, good continuity coming back. The staff is awesome. BYU would be the team to challenge them. Maybe like Utah has an easy schedule in the Big 12. They could kind of sneak in the back door, depending on how BYU performs.
I think Tech is also bringing back Cameron Dickey, who had like 25 rushing touchdowns last year. The backup guy who you guys saw when you were there, Jacoby Williams. He's a scat back that's really good. I think they're bringing back their tight end. So they have some guys coming back. I still think they're the number one.
Yeah, they're number one by far. It's kind of like a situation with the ACC. Big 12, it's even fewer teams of who could potentially challenge Texas Tech.
BYU's still going to be good.
Yeah,
though.
I think Hammond is able to run the ball, and last year, like in the playoffs, when that offense stalled out and they just needed something and they weren't able to do it, I think Sorsby would have been unbelievable, but Hammond does provide that running ability when that offense does stall out a little bit to maybe push them over the edge. So their offense might be maybe better this year. And then BYU, they lost their defensive coordinator, Jay Hill, to Michigan, but I think BYU will be solid. I'm not as bullish as other people on them. But.
On BYU kind of went.
Yeah.
I want to say with BYU, can you bring up their schedule, Sherm? But BYU too, you could just be, because they got Notre Dame on the schedule. It's like, everybody talks about how easy the Notre Dame schedule is, and it is easy. Notre Dame is roster-wise like one of the best, if not the best. Like Oregon, I know, is up there, but they have one of the better rosters in college football. They do have an easy schedule. That game will be interesting. But BYU, you look at their schedule, they don't. At TCU, you host Notre Dame. At UCF, you host Arizona State. You go to Utah, Baylor, Kansas. But again, you don't play Tech during the regular season.
Or Houston.
Yeah, or Houston. Your hardest game is going to be Notre Dame. Like, if you take care of your entire schedule, you could be, BYU could be looking at 11-1 going against probably a 12-0 Texas Tech team.
Yeah.
In the Big 12 championship.
This is more so a question for Sherm, but I feel like people are sleeping on Baylor.
I think people are sleeping on Baylor, but again, you have sleeping on Baylor the same way you could say sleeping on Tennessee, sleeping on Auburn, sleeping on Florida, I'll throw Nebraska in that conversation, sleeping on UCLA, to where they're going to have a solid year. But to say that they're going to be competing for the Big 12, I do feel like is a stretch.
I agree with that, just because of the how heavy it is at the top with BYU and Texas Tech. I think Baylor is sneaky. They've been sneaky the last 3 years, and nothing came from it.
They got their ass beat.
Yeah,
no defense.
No defense. Spavital is still at Baylor, so the offense is going to be firing at all cylinders, hopefully with Lagway at the helm. But it's all about, can Aranda get the defense? And we did get Clanderman from Kansas State. He's the new defensive coordinator. What's Cody Graves think about the Baylor Bears? Please love him, dude.
I mean, middle of the pack.
But hey, it could be an optimistic middle of the pack type of year.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad thing. Like,
yeah, Dave Campbell's Texas Football Monthly had Baylor ceiling at 10-2. They had our basement at like 5-7. You know, they're like, this team
could be an optimistic 7-5.
Yeah, this team could go mess around and like really win some football games, or it's just going to be the same old. Dave Aranda couldn't get it done, and unfortunately for Coach Aranda, it would be most likely a midseason firing as well. So
yeah, he's definitely on the hot seat. He's definitely entering the A gap this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
he's entering the A gap. Norvell's entering the A gap.
Brand new athletic
DeBoer
director
could be entering the A gap a little bit.
I think so. That's a name that a lot of people aren't throwing on like the hottest seat. That feels like one of the hottest seats for me. If Alabama just
no doubt, because the expectation there. You see Saban out there trying to hedge a little bit in media, talking about Alabama and being on top and all the good teams in the SEC, this, that, the other, which you've never heard of Saban talk that way. But yeah, DeBoer, he could be entering the A gap this year.
Also, keep your eyes out for the Great White Hope, Dawson Pendergrass. It's our white running back coming back from a broken foot last year. He didn't take a single rep.
We'll keep a few eyes on that Great White Hope. There'll be a few eyes out there monitoring the Great White Hope.
Red-headed Great White Hope.
We do need to monitor the situation in Oklahoma State.
I was about to say.
Cody was taking some shots at Master Maker.
All right.
North Texas 2.0.
I'm high on Oklahoma State.
I got an Oklahoma State label as a good master of chaos, along with my UCLAs of the world, Nebraska. I like Master Maker. He's going to be playing on Sundays. And again, you're bringing a lot of guys. Again, it was North Texas, but again, North Texas had a great year last year in the G5. I just call them all the G5s. But I'm excited to see old Master Maker. I know Cooper Comstock, graphic designer, Bussin with the boys, massive Okie State fan. He is excited about Master Maker and the Pokes.
What do you guys think of either of the Arizona teams?
I mean, in Arizona, all they have is Noah Fafita. That's really the only guy I know from there. And then Arizona State just with Dilly.
Right. I have belief in Dilly. Again, it's like seeing a year without Sam Levitt. I think is going to be interesting. And again, Arizona State, like, you know, I know you got to put the ball down. You practice, everybody's in the heat, everybody's grinding, everybody's doing installs, everybody's building culture, all that stuff. But you do, you know, talent on your roster goes a long way. To get that talent on your roster, you need to be spending a lot of money. Arizona State is not a team that's been able to spend a lot of money. You've seen Dilly out there going far and wide, asking for a big donor, that we need somebody to come in and help the boys out. Because I do believe in the head coach of Dilly. It just says we'll witness a year this year what Arizona State is going to be in this iteration without Sam Levitt. And they lost that stud at receiver as well.
Tyson.
Yeah. So I like they're more in like that middle pack tier. Excited to watch them and see what they can be. But again, it's like, do I see him competing for the Big 12? Like, who fucking knows, man? What Cignetti has done to college football has all of our brains warped. That's the beautiful thing about being a fan right now, because I feel like the chatter preseason is so much louder in years past than it's been because of guys like Cignetti that just came on the scene and just upended all of college football. It's like whether you win or die this season, it's irrelevant right now. Everybody's undefeated. Everybody's talking shit. I love the old quote from Daemon Targaryen last night. I don't want your best. I want your worst. I want everybody talking shit. I want everybody being confident. And it's almost just like, who fucking knows, man? There's so much going on in the transfer portal. You've seen the failures at Florida State. You've seen the successes at teams like Texas Tech, at Miami. They had a brand new secondary last year. They got a brand new secondary again this year that's star-studded with blue chippers, talent, transfers, high stars, all that stuff, to where they figured it out. Florida State doesn't figure it out. It's just we're in this transfer portal world to where it's like, who can onboard the quickest as far as training camp goes with these young cats on these rosters. But again, to go back to your Arizona State, like out of the two, I never, even though Arizona's been competitive in recent years at times, they're just not out of the two. I lean Arizona State.
Yeah, I was just not for being a contender, but I think FanDuel had them at maybe like 6.5 wins, which I thought was a little low. And just want to get
minus Oklahoma State. Arizona is playing every single team that's bringing in a first-year coach in the Big 12. Their schedule is very favorable as far as
who schedules this?
Arizona.
And Arizona State, bring theirs up. Arizona State has a tough schedule. They have a bye early in the year, which should hopefully be beneficial for them because they have a tough schedule. They go to A&M. They're hosting, when we're talking about the middle of the pack teams of the Big 12 overall, they're hosting Baylor. They're at Texas Tech. They host Kansas State. We'll see how, who's the, it's Colin, who's the new head coach for Kansas State?
Oh, it's Colin Klein, right?
Colin Klein, yeah. We'll see how he does in his first year.
Quarterback? That's sick.
Yeah, the old quarterback. They go to Arizona for their rivalry game at the end of the year. They host Mastermaker in Oklahoma State. They go to UCF. Like, again, when you're traveling far, when you're switching time zones, I'm always bullish on the team that is at the advantage is the home team, obviously.
At BYU is just going to be a bully bowl.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, so Arizona State has one of those schedules to where it's like they could win as low as, 5 games, win as many as 9 games. Who knows, man?
And then Colorado, no Dion talk.
They're kind of. They have the quarterback. What is it, Julian Lewis? But I mean, other than that, fucking.
Colorado's been a spot too where cats have dipped in and then they hit the portal after the year's over.
They lost.
So they've kind of been watered down as far as the talent that they have brought in.
Colorado had a stud left tackle, I think Jordan Seaton, and he transferred to LSU. So
he was gone.
I think Colorado's not going to be.
No,
they're going to be shit this year.
No,
Dion hot seat, I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like the question with Colorado right now is development.
Yeah.
They're bringing in the talent, but maybe not developing. And then you always see, you saw it at spring ball, you saw it at fall camp, that the players just don't look like they're putting on their freshman 15, and maybe there's some truth to it, the development aspect.
In the quarterback at media days, talking about how it's like, we were kind of just kind of referencing the backyard football studies last year. Yeah. Now we're learning what defenses are doing. It's like, buddy, that's about the worst answer you could have right now.
They have to play Arizona State, Houston, Oklahoma State, Baylor, and Tech.
Yeah, Colorado's not going to have one.
That is, as far as Big 12 schedules go, that's a rough one.
Is Wageman still at Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wegman. Where's my shoe bag,
bro?
Give me my shoe bag, bro.
Hey, Wegman, bro. He's proving me wrong.
Hey, then let's get into the big dog conference, the Big 10.
Come on.
On paper, if we had a tier talk here, could you bring up the tier talk, us getting on our knees for Dan Lanning?
Absolutely.
Can you just bring that up so we can feature a write-in? We're happy for the write-in, but this is from All They Saw Was OTC. This from Pat's King 17 on X. Why do Will and Taylor get on their knees for Oregon when they've never won anything? Oregon has won quite a bit of games since Dan Lanning has arrived. And Oregon, it's like when we're cutting our teeth in the college football world and we're pitching ideas to come out to schools, when Dan Lanning was opening the doors for the boys, it's like, you remember, we're a relationships-based business here. We're a people-first business. So that brings in favor of we're following and watching the Oregon Ducks and covering the Oregon Ducks. Big Dan Lanning guys on this bus. Oregon this year, again, very young, a young roster last year. They bring back so much firepower. They bring back their wide receiver 1 who got hurt last year. Dante Moore's a Heisman candidate. Yeah, a star-studded defensive line. They're flooded with talent in the secondary. I want to say 4 top 50 guys, 4 more top 100 guys, 4 more top 200 guys. They're littered with so much talent. On paper, this is arguably the best roster in college football. That I have them. They're the clear one for me in the Big Ten. I think they are for a lot of people. Right. People talk about Ohio State. They're a football factory. They reload every year. They bring back a lot of firepower on offense with Julian Sayin, Jeremiah Smith, Bo Jackson, of O-linemen coming back. Then this Chris Henry cat. I've been getting juiced up watching just cut-ups and workout videos of Chris Henry. The way everybody's talking about Chris Henry, him coming out from spring ball, he's the clear wide receiver 2 out there at Ohio State. The question mark with Ohio State is going to be defense. They do have a lot of blue chippers. They are a program that reloads absolutely every year, but this is one of the best defenses we've seen in college football last year with Caleb Downs. You had the absolute studs last year at the linebacker position. They are going to be a team that reloads. Matt Patricia, him as the DC, is a stud and is going to be game planning well. This will be a high IQ defense, but it will be interesting to see all the new blood that comes in defensively and see if they can kind of hold the same standard that they did last year. I can see a little bit of a drop-off defensively. And again, the drop-off we're talking about just like a historically incredible defense. Talent, execution, the whole nine last year with Ohio State. So I'll be interested to see. I think that's the question mark, is how well their defense is going to adapt in Patricia's system, how much that they can fast track and develop all the new guys, all the new faces that will be on defense. We all know that they're going to be very talented, but for me, that's the question mark, whereas you don't really have a question mark at Oregon. The one question mark you do have at Oregon is just the new coordinators.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, Stein went to Kentucky. Tosh went down to Cal. Having new coordinators, that would be the only question mark that Oregon has, because roster-wise, they're the best in the country.
Is that your clean take?
Kevin Zetrafoot clean take.
Oregon number one.
Big Ten.
Best roster in the country. Kevin
Zetrafoot clean take. Oregon best roster in the country. But that's the popular clean take. The question mark, Kevin Zetrafoot question mark is how the new coordinator is going to do at Oregon this year. That would be the only kind of blemish, I guess you could say.
Their offensive coordinator has been there he's been the co-OC since 2022. So I don't think there's going to be much of a drop off there. I got to do the research on the DC.
It would just be, the question would be just like Will Stein with quarterbacks, but I guess it wouldn't really affect them this year because it's the first time you've seen second-year quarterback since that second year of Bo Nix. So that would be the only question, because Will Stein seems to be the quarterback whisperer.
Yeah.
And again, that's people trying to find a question mark.
Yeah.
With Oregon, because again, at these programs you hire internally. It's kind of next man up. They're not going outside and getting anybody. But that's if you're trying to find a question mark. The one who's, by the way, you talk about entering the A gap in the Big Ten this year. You got Luke Fickell, and you also got Lincoln Riley at USC. USC, big year in front of them. This is a playoff or bust type of situation in the Big Ten, where if you don't make the playoff this year, Lincoln Riley's very much going to be in the A gap. He's going to be on the hot seat. He already kind of is. And again, you're just coming off having the number one recruiting class in the country, but a lot of talent coming back for USC, to where it's like when you look at the Big Ten, it's like you got Oregon, Ohio State, out of respect and admiration and everything that Kirk Cignetti has brought in his first 2 years at Indiana. He's in that upper echelon. Absolutely, Indiana's in that upper echelon, tier 1. Could also flirt with tier 2, to where I wouldn't be surprised if they take a step back this year, because you just don't know what you're going to get with Hoover coming in. He was a stud at TCU, but he wasn't. I mean, I'm saying this now. He could be the Heisman winner at the end of the year. But again, losing Mendoza, Surratt, Cooper, the firepower, the way that they operated offensively in the RPOs, the back shoulder balls. Can Hoover mimic what Fernando did?
I'm big on Josh Hoover for the exact reason of how many interceptions he did have. That was an abysmal TCU team last year. The only reason that they were even in games late was because of Josh Hoover, and they were just having to go past crazy to stay alive in games.
He's the only reason.
A dog.
He's the only reason TCU was somewhat relevant.
Hoover's a dog.
And Kurt going on the Josh Pate, the speaker series, and just saying, we got what we want. Yeah. He's where we want him to be right now. Oh, Josh Hoover.
Yeah.
And you just don't doubt Kirk Cignetti. As much as I sit there, I see the Indiana, and I'm like, are they going to take a step back this year? Because again, you got a lot of fucking good teams. Like we're talking about the depth of the SEC. Like, what's Michigan going to be this year with Whittingham? The biggest question, right, is Bryce Underwood going to make that big jump in year 2 as a quarterback? They see him. They're coming out of training camp right now. They are in love with what they got at receiver. Jordan Marshall running the football. They're going to be good at running the football. What are they going to be defensively? Again, with this new Whittingham system, culture, everything coming in, are they going to fast track to where you're optimistic about just the future of Michigan in general, Michigan football? Is it going to happen in year 1? Again, because Cignetti has done such a job of like, fuck, you can win it, like right when you come in.
I mean, the Utah offenses with Whittingham were so fun to watch. They were always so explosive, and having like a Big Ten roster and having that same offense with Michigan, I feel like it's going to.
With a cat like Bryce Underwood. being able to run the ball, and having a quarterback coach for the first time this year. That's really all you got to think about with Michigan, because if Bryce Underwood makes that jump, like we're talking, Michigan is in that upper echelon of cats who can compete for the Big Ten title.
It's echelon.
What am I saying?
Anchelon.
Echelon. The fucking upper echelon, dude.
Tomato.
Yeah,
bro.
tomato. Like, God, the upper echelon, man.
That Michigan schedule. I know that we talked about it just last episode, I feel like, but the Michigan schedule, dude. Oklahoma.
Dude, it's a tough one, but again, if Bryce Underwood makes this jump, and say you have a close loss against Oklahoma, your season is far from over. You beat Oklahoma. Fuck, you are flying. You are riding high, because again, they host Michigan State. They host Iowa. They host Indiana. At Oregon, you host UCLA. You're at Ohio State. They do have a tough schedule. But again, as far as the talent of teams we're talking about in the Big Ten, and then outside of Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan, Indiana, USC, Washington. Penn State can fuck around. Like, as far as talk about favorable schedules, what Matt Campbell's going to do in year one at Penn State, again, with the thought process of what Cignetti did at fucking Indiana. Can Campbell, with the favorable schedule, come in and have a sneaky 10-2 season, talking about a potential Big Ten appearance, because you don't know how these other teams might eat each other up at the top of the Big Ten. Like, Ohio State's got a hell of a schedule, having Texas on their schedule. Indiana, Michigan, Oregon, Ohio State, like they all play each other. And Ohio State or Penn State's just kind of like in the wing, like having the easy Big Ten schedule. And if Matt Campbell gets it going, Rocco Becht and a lot of the Iowa State boys, like they could be sitting at a spot to where they're in the conversation of college football playoff.
Graveyard, how do you feel about the Big Ten?
I mean, I think it's Oregon, Ohio State, and then you can talk about Indiana being in that mix, but
it's Oregon and who else?
Yeah, I mean, and they're so talented. It's like Texas. Texas has a hard schedule. Oregon, not as hard, where I think you can shoo them into the playoffs. But then that middle, like who's going to make the playoffs? I think that there's going to be a team out west that's not Oregon. I think it's either going to be Washington.
God,
or
we
USC.
haven't even said Washington, man.
Yeah,
they're
the question,
gonna be good. Dude.
Yeah, they're sneaky good. The question is with Damon Williams, he plays really good against teams that are at the bottom.
Or inferior.
He hasn't shown out. Like Michigan was a tough look last year. Like when the talent gets a little bit better on defense, that he hasn't shown how good he can be. But man, he shows flashes against some of those other teams, and you're like, he could be one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Kind of comparable to like an A&M, where A&M, when they face teams in the bottom half of the SEC, they handle them.
Yeah.
Top half of the SEC, they struggled and lost.
Yeah, and like I could even see the argument. Yeah, he's very similar to like a Marcel Reed, where he can get your hopes up and look really good, pushing the ball downfield, scrambling, super athlete. But then, man, they play one of those top echelon teams, and they're and he struggles. Is
this Washington schedule you got pulled up, Sherm?
Yes, sir.
Again, we get to see him week 4 at USC. Then they host Iowa. You guys know Iowa's always going to be tough in the conversation of at least 8 wins every year.
Relatively easy schedule.
At least 8 wins every year, and at most 9 wins for Iowa. Washington goes to Nebraska. We don't know what Nebraska is going to necessarily be yet. It's going to be one of those situations where Nebraska could start 5-0, and mother of God, I'm going to be so revved up.
Come on.
Then you host Indiana. It's like, all right, here we go. What kind of fucking football team we going to have here?
I'm excited to watch Michigan State with Pat Fitzgerald.
I think they're
not that they're going to do anything special, but like when Pat Fitzgerald was at Northwestern, like they were a good, like, I wouldn't say top echelon team, but like
they were
that
tough.
Second tier.
They were tough, but it's not like he had it completely turned. Like Michigan State just still doesn't have like a roster. Like Pat Fitzgerald still inheriting like a style of Northwestern that he was used to and known about while he was at Northwestern. I think we love Pat Fitzgerald because it's a fucking man, right? Yeah. This is a leader amongst men.
And he was doing
culture.
2- and 3-star guys
at
Northwestern.
Yeah. But I still think like this first year, it's going to be fun to watch what Michigan State does, but they're still going to be a bottom half team.
For sure.
Maybe get a couple culture wins.
Yeah.
G5, it's kind of like if we get a Willie C playoff prediction, I might just put for that 12th seed, who cares? In the G5, like who's going to come out. That might be disrespectful. I know Cody Graves, like this is college football sicko. He doesn't stand any slander when it comes to the G5. I'm just throwing UNLV out there. Dan Mullins.
I love that.
Who's the former Michigan quarterback that's out there?
Jackson Arnold and Alex Orji, but Jackson Arnold that from Auburn, formerly Oklahoma, I think he's slated to be the starter for him, but Alex Orji was there last year with Calandria. Calandria beat him out.
So we got Jackson Arnold, we got Orji.
Yeah.
We got Dan Mullins.
And they, as far as transfers from Power Fives, like they reload. They are probably the best in the G5 in the transfer portal.
I think another team my buddy was telling me about, USF with Brian Hartline and like the recruiting that he's able to do, like in South Florida, like that they're going to have just some freak athletes out there. It's just whether or not like they can.
I mean, it seems like they'll definitely have offense the way Hartline kind of ran the show at Ohio State.
He, my one buddy works for Army and he was like doing some scouting stuff for him. He's like, dude, the amount of just athletes that they have on their team and like some transfers from Ohio State came down with him. Like they're going to be like a G5 team to like keep an eye on.
There we go. USF, UNLV.
James Madison. And for my Idaho boys, I got to throw out Boise State is always in the mix.
Boise State always in the mix.
Always.
They still have Madsen, right?
JMU always in the mix.
Always. UTSA is the current favorite to win the American on FanDuel Sportsbook.
So it sounds like we got some good deals on FanDuel to pick a different team than UTSA.
Some are saying.
Yeah, and it's going to look a lot different now that the Pac-12 is a conference.
Yeah.
And half of those Mountain West teams went to the Pac-12, half of them stayed. So now UNLV is still in the Mountain West, but Boise State, Fresno State, Utah State, Texas State, they all went to the Pac-12. So it's technically, I guess, G6 now.
Yeah.
The G6. Then Notre Dame. I think CJ Carr is going to be an absolute stud.
I'm excited to see all of the former NFL players' sons just doing what their dads did. And it's like, yeah, of course they would. Like Devin Fitzgerald, Jerome Bettis' son, Plaxico Burress' son. I think Ike Taylor's son. Like it's going to be like NFL 2.0 players.
Defensively, they'll be elite. And again, everybody bitches and complains about their schedule. I'm on board with that. I'm just on board with the schedule bullshit talk. Notre Dame's going to be in the college football playoff, and then we're going to get to see what could be fascinating college football chaos. Notre Dame slips against BYU at BYU. What have you got? Texas Tech, BYU playing for the Big 12 championship, both with schedules to where if you lose one, they're in the playoff. And then you got Notre Dame sitting there as a one-loss team.
Wasn't there like I saw this on Twitter. I'm not sure if it's true, but I feel like I saw something. It's like a law now that if Notre Dame's in the top 12, no matter what, they're slated into the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Which I think is bullshit.
Yeah, and I don't know if that I think it's this year or maybe it goes into effect next year. But yeah, if they're in the top 12 at the end of the year, they're guaranteed a spot.
I think it's in effect this year, isn't it?
Are we all on the same page? That's kind of bullshit.
No, I love it.
But like you need laws to make sure that you can get into the playoff. Like
they got to negotiate as an independent team.
Join a fucking conference.
Look,
like if that's what
they're maintaining their position, man.
I understand, but like we're letting laws get into letting a team get in, not just playing ball. They're going to be good. They're probably should be
ball, man.
They should be undefeated.
Put the fucking ball down, man.
They should be undefeated and should make it regardless. But if it gets to that point and they're like 12 or something like that, or 11, and one of these ACC or it's like some crazy happens in a conference championship game.
But that's what I'm saying, though. They're obviously hedging to make sure that they're in if they're in the top 12 because they got fucked last year.
Yeah, but that's bullshit.
It's bullshit that they got fucked last year too.
Yeah, and people are putting a lot of blame on them for how bad their schedule is, but now with how tough SEC schedules are, Big Ten schedules, why does it incentivize those teams to go out and schedule Notre Dame? It doesn't. Like, part of the blame is just on the system rather than Notre Dame. It's not their fault. Like, nobody would want to play them.
I mean, I hear you, but like
Join a conference.
Join a conference.
He just took you to the graveyard. He just took you to the graveyard.
We're on the same page. He just said, he just made it sound like, like just join a conference. And
He
this
took you
wouldn't
to the
even-
graveyard, man. He took you to the graveyard.
I'm agreed. Join a conference.
The old grave digger, dude.
The old grave digger, man. What else we got? We want to do some tier talk.
Or some shout out, no free shout out?
Shout out, no free shout out.
I haven't done this in a minute.
Shout out, no free shout out to the leaves falling. I was driving up my driveway yesterday and I'm seeing like, not full color change across the board, but you're seeing it happen to where you're just getting the vibe in the air where you just can't help but to get those random smiles on your face. That football season is truly almost here. Everything to me is around football. The way we just talked ball and talked through every conference. Like I hope the college football fans out there are just like saying, yeah, look at these boys just talk ball. Oh, Jack, there he goes talking about Tennessee again. Who's Cody Graves? I like this Cody Graves kid.
I like the grave digger.
You got a shout out?
Shout out, no free shout outs to the sun. It seems like we haven't been getting the sun all that much here in Nashville, especially on the weekends, and we finally had a Sunday with some sun, so free shout out to the sun.
Cody Graves' first shout out, no free shout out goes to the sun. The biggest star in the galaxy.
SUN. Shout out, no free shout out. Finding things on accident. It's been 3 months. I've been missing my wedding ring. Bought a rubber ring. Lost said rubber ring. Start looking for the rubber ring.
Once you do the rubber rings, though, don't you get like a pack of rubber rings?
Yeah, you get,
You get a couple.
Okay, here's the deal. Bought a pack of rubber rings. Rubber rings in the pack were the wrong size. We had this event, Scarlett's birthday party. Jill wanted me to make sure I had a ring. I went to Academy Sports and Outdoors. They only sold the solo ones. Bought like a $20 solo rubber ring. Anyways, got raked over the coals, but I'm looking for my rubber ring. Found my wedding ring. It's been missing for 3 months. Dude.
Where was it?
It was underneath a little piece of fabric that Jill put decorative. Yes. On our nightstand. So it was Jill's fault. It was my wife's fault.
Shout out, no free shout out to Hot Wheels.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a track going in the house. Rue is obsessed with it. Little loop-de-loop. Got to jump the bridge. Got to make the bridge. But shout out, no free shout out to Hot Wheels.
Oh.
Going 4 years strong, not having stepped on one.
Shout out, no free shout out, destination weddings. Went to one this past weekend. My cousin got married in St. Louis. Flew from...
What a destination.
What?
I said, what a destination.
What a destination.
What a destination.
Emo's Pizza, Sugar Fire Barbecue you're telling me about. But yeah, just getting to see the extended family at a different spot. Obviously being from New York, New Jersey area. It's not getting married there, so consider it a destination wedding. But shout out, no free shout out.
I got one shout out, no free shout out to showing either your significant other or a friend a great movie they've never seen. This weekend, I showed my girlfriend Shannon Blade Runner 2049, one of the greatest films that exists currently. Also, sidebar shout out to my in-home sound system. It was so loud at one point in the third act of the movie that my mounted speaker on my wall crashed off because the pure vibration of my sub, that it not only broke my Lego bonsai tree, but it broke a candle. But that's the theater experience I want in my home. So shout out to, a good setup and being able to show someone a movie you care deeply about.
Cells interlinked, man.
Interlinked.
I kind of do the same thing as Ryan. Shout out, no free shout out. Being a part of a wedding party. I was in a wedding this past weekend, and like my first time being like a groomsman and like being a part of somebody's special day like that has meant so much to you, like one of your best friends, and like seeing him marry his best friend and obviously spending the rest of their life together. Like it's a different experience being at a wedding when you're in it versus when you just go to it. So like just hanging out in the basement, having some beers, like waiting for our time to go out and do our shit. Like it was really cool to be a part of. So shout out.
Shout out, no free shout out to your boy, one of your best friends, for loving our boy Mitchie the way he does.
Hey, come on.
Shout out Andrew Sorber.
Shout out Andrew, man. Jared, I know you got one cooked up.
Shout out, no free shout out, karaoke at bar. I did that this weekend. at a bar. Kind of forgot how fun that was. I've only done it a couple times in life. We did Pink Pony Club. Shout out my boy Connor.
That's what you sang? Was Pink Pony Club?
Yes, it was incredible.
Is that the only song you sang?
Yeah, I only sang one. There was no one really in the bar. It was like 4 of us in there. It was very fun. Shout out doing karaoke at bar.
Hell yeah, man. We got a tier talk here from Desert Dog Sport Cards. Question for the big hogs, hashtag tier talk. Why are there T-ball coaches who yell at 3 and 4-year-old kids?
These damn coaches, bruh.
These damn coaches out here yelling at a T-ball game. Why wouldn't they yell at them?
They need to yell at them. You need to learn at a young age that life is suffering and life is pain. If you grow up in a silver spoon mentality, you'll never be able to grow outside the uncomfortable situation that is life. So when you get yelled at a young age, you might be a little upset. You might get the tears in the eyes, but it's going to teach you down the road that there are a lot of assholes in that world, but you can endure more than you think you can.
And be happy that your old man is said asshole right now.
Yeah.
What are you whining about back there in the back seat? Oh, you're yelling at me. You think the real world is going to be kind to you? It's not. It's going to beat you down. It's going to beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it.
It's a clean
You,
take.
me, or nobody. You know what? I'm going to let Rocky Balboa tell you this speech. Just sit and listen. We need a little bit more, we don't need to be hitting kids or, taking it too serious. Everybody, you don't need winners and losers necessarily. At that age, you do. I think that's more for the dads and everything else. Like, I got to get my boy going.
Yeah.
You need
like that way with Rue? She plays sports.
Like what?
Like
yelling at her?
Not like yelling at her, but like quit your bitching. Like stop crying.
You almost took her home from her own birthday party because she wasn't hitting that pinata hard enough.
Yeah.
Like say she's playing
Hey,
soccer.
I'm more the like, what are we whining about?
That's
start
more so
there.
what I'm asking.
Yeah, but it won't be like, dude, it's tough, man. God, though.
With daughters, I feel like it's a lot tougher than with sons.
It is, but I feel like I have a solid relationship rolling with Rue to where she knows when Dad is getting a little like, hey, what are we doing? Come on. Like, let's take a walk for a second. I kind of remove her from the situation and kind of talk about the situation. But I will be quick to be like, dude, what are we whining about right now? I'm so sick of the whining and the drama.
It's hard to.
I'll tell her that to her face, too.
I'm seeing the early warning signs of it with Scarlett. Where
She's won.
She's won.
I'm seeing the early warning signs, dude. Mom walks out of the room and it's just she's coming back. What are we doing?
Yeah, she'll be right back. Kind of tap him on the cheek. A tap.
A tap.
Just a tap.
But yeah, she's doing all
Not
this
abuse.
whining and crying, man. So these coaches, I think, are doing the right move.
we got another tier talk here from Steven at Scuba Steven 22, guy who chimes in all the time in the comments. Thoughts on the college football coaches poll rankings? Most teams ranked, no surprise, the SEC Taylor, right, Taylor? Most teams ranked, no surprise, the SEC, right, Taylor? Because we all know the SEC greater than signed the Big Ten, hashtag tier talk. College football is just, dude, it's so fun to have fun with the preseason polls, like all the rankings and everything else. But it's one of those things, like if I see teams on the list, I'm like, oh man, maybe they'll be all right this year. Teams from that 15 to 25 that you're not even thinking about. But this shit, it's going to sort itself out so much. Now the heads where people get kind of, a little abrasive and pissed off about is positioning of all these teams, because when they lose one, do they drop them a lot? Like they kind of punish some of these other teams in other conferences to where they might just drop 5-6 slots. To whereas in the SEC, probably going to happen in the Big Ten this year, they might lose a game and they might drop a slot or two. But I don't put a whole lot of, I know it's fun, but I kind of think to myself, all of this shit's going to work itself out because we have such a good college football season coming up. A lot of great teams, a lot of potentially great teams, a lot of good teams, a lot of good quarterbacks, to where it's going to be mixed up all season long. I'm fired the fuck up. Like
this Scuba Steve guy, he comments so much. Thank you for the support. I just need a little backstory on his icon on YouTube because it is a Panthers, Preds, and Florida Gators triple icon. And I just need to know how he's a fan of these three. Obviously, they're all southeast, but it just seems like especially just with the Preds, like you've got some decent hockey teams in Florida. So I'm just curious if you comment next week, just get a little backstory.
It's probably going to be a backstory like Mitch.
Yeah, kind of the same way.
Like if Mitch had a logo, it'd be what? Ohio State,
Chiefs.
Yankees, Chiefs,
Lakers.
I don't give a fuck about whatever.
You like the Yankees?
No, I don't.
Who you like in baseball?
I don't give a fuck about baseball. If the Phillies are in the playoffs and they're making a run,
You put the Phillies in the logo.
if I had to choose a baseball team, it'd be the Phillies. Yeah, but if I'm choosing a hockey team, Preds. Maybe when the
So you'd be Ohio State, Kansas City Chiefs, and Preds. So you'd be similar like this cat.
damn near.
And then Mitch would be like, "Oh, I'm from right in. I'm from Philly. Hour outside parentheses, an hour outside of Philly. I grew up loving AJ Hawk and who
Larry
else did
Johnson,
you love?
Priest Holmes, Jamal Charles.
Yeah, for Kansas City. Yeah. I live in Nashville now, so I like the Preds.
Yeah.
Try the Philly cheesesteak. Whiz without onions.
Dog shit.
So don't put too much weight in the Corchers bowl.
Yeah. Alex D. Michelle, longtime listener, longtime commenter. Is it too early to decorate for Halloween? That answer is no. He sent in a photo of a yard already decorated for Halloween, for Spooktober, as we like to call it. But thank you for writing in, Alex D. Michelle. I think it is an important question. We are in the early part of August, but never too early to start talking about Spooktober.
Contract year for it, so...
We were in Hobby Lobby a couple weekends ago, and they already have out the Halloween decorations to go for purchase. So if you're into that, I know it gets a spirit of life for like fall being here. Dude, shop till you drop, man. Sure, Alex D. Michelle gives you a good giggle, yeah?
It's just that Corchers bowl, the skeleton dude, that Skelly looked funny. That Skelly had me giggling.
Oh, I hope you guys love the college football talk. Welcome Cody Graves in the chat if you haven't already. We can dive into the interviews we have with the LA Chargers. Awesome interviews that Taylor ran. The boy that was the strep throat saga for Willie C. If you're looking at this hat right now, I did get a couple comments when we were at the Hall of Fame game about the hat. Somebody tried trading me a Jeremiah Love signed ticket to get this hat, but I was like, buddy, it's coming out soon. These are not old hats. You can't get these in stores yet. We have a big merch drop happening on August 18th. That'll be bwtb.com. Keep your eye out. A lot of cool team-centric merch, a lot of cool Bussin football merch, some hats, some tops, some hoodies. We got the boys hoodie that Jared's back there repping, a tee that Sherm is repping. All the boys are repping something new right now, and you can see on my head and on Cody's head the Bussin hats, the Bussin football hats that we'll be dropping on August 18th. Again, bwtb.com. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Don't forget to leave comments. Enjoy these interviews with the LA Chargers. Before we get into the episode, as always, we are brought to you by Neutral. Neutral tastes great, tastes so much better than what else is out there. Neutral is made with real vodka and real juice. That's what makes it taste great. Neutral comes in a variety of flavors like pineapple, watermelon, to name a couple. Their new flavors, lime and strawberry. Perfect for social occasions, and it is such a crowd pleaser. You are going to want these during the summer and heading into football season. Think on the beach with friends, at an outdoor bar, on the lake, at a music festival, hosting a football Saturday with your boys. It's the perfect time of year to grab a 12-pack of Neutral for the beach, or grab a bucket deal in your favorite bar to celebrate summer. Neutral, keep it tasty. And as always, these interviews with the Chargers are brought to us by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is always brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste, and anything for that clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL Draft, and UFC, and that is now on Paramount Plus. And partners include Peyton Manning, George Kittle, Bussin with the boys, Baker Mayfield, Bruce Buffer, the voice of the UFC. You can stock up now on Bud Light. Just head to www.budlight.com/locator to find a store near you. Now enjoy this clean, crisp taste of the Chargers interviews.
Los Angeles Chargers, we got 2 just absolutely gritty, high energy, in the trenches type of guys. We got Joe Alt and Tyler Biadasz. I said that right? Let's give boys a round of applause. You guys give yourself a round of applause too. Fuck yeah, dude.
I'll give you one.
Keep that energy up.
I
like that.
Here, studio, everything.
Dude, I like to start, obviously, center.
Yes, sir.
All right, you've been at the Cowboys, you've been at the Redskins. Now you found yourself in Los Angeles. Dude, you strike me as a big Los Angeles guy, but more than anything, like relationships are everything.
For sure.
How's your relationship with Herbert?
It's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's always anytime someone asks me that, it's crazy because we came out in the same draft class. Played each other the last game in college, so like we kind of knew each other going out, and through the years, and even a lot of the guys from the team, meeting all those guys and seeing them after games when you play each other, and then and now coming together, it's like putting together like a dream team. You know what I'm saying?
What do you guys like to do? What do you guys like to do when you hang out?
Man, we just hang out.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Just talk about whatever.
My favorite's CQ with you two. Just get in to watch you guys converse. It's a good time.
No.
Full of conversation. Coach is yelling at them, guys. You get back to snapping the ball, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Get back after it.
That's how it goes.
Man.
It's got to be kind of hard though, like jumping back in, like having different quarterbacks and be like, all right, I have to get a new relationship taking place. You've obviously knew each other in the same draft class, but yeah, dude, mending, like getting a relationship, a foundational piece is always so critical with the center. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of obviously the QB center is very like demanding, but also critical too. But it's also with the O-line as well, like with Joe and like Rashawn and like, dude, you're working different counts or different communication, but it's not just one thing. It's the whole. It's all
relationship
business. It's all 11.
Dude.
It's all chemistry. Yeah, we're all working as one. So.
How do you guys feel about your offensive line room? Like you walk in, you see the names that you guys have in your room right now, high draft picks, dudes that are paid. It's like, do you guys feel like you're the biggest strength of this team right now going into the season?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was.
Go ahead, bro. It's crazy. Just pass the ball. Are you guys amazing? And how do we get bulletin board material on every single defensive line?
Joe can talk too, man.
No, I think it's exciting being here for 2 years and being able to walk into this room. Like OTAs, you're like, oh shit, there's a lot of new faces in here. Like I don't know who these guys are, but going through OTAs, new scheme, new group of guys, being able to kind of just, it's new for everybody, which I think has been nice for the whole group because we're all kind of like, no one has that offense under their belt yet. We're the biggest guy is Cole Strange. He's with Miami before, so he's got the best. So we're all kind of picking on him, like, hey, what do you know? But he's the new guy, so I feel like it kind of just brought us together as a group, and we're excited. We're excited to kind of start putting the pads on and seeing how this will roll.
Yeah, dude, going from like Greg Roman to like what duck walking, inside zone, duo, gap scheme, power, ISO, all those things. And then McDaniels walks in and he's probably the first meeting for you guys is like, you're not duck walking, we're running off the football now, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you're like,
bro,
okay.
My first OTAs with LaFleur when he came from the Rams, they did the same thing. Hey, we're running off the ball here, blah, blah. I gave up like 7 TFLs in the first OTA practice, and I'm like, fuck this offense. This is the worst offense ever. Yeah. Did you guys have that feeling as well? Did you guys say, fuck this offense?
Fuck no.
No, you loved it.
No.
I would say
it's kind of love for a center, bro.
It a lot.
It's kind of nice for a center. He's just running reach, dude. Get that hand right in the sternum right there and raise him up a little bit.
No, man.
You go out to tackle, bro. I'm telling you.
The wind, the conditioning.
Yeah.
I was the first practice. I was bent over, like
dying.
I was like, what is going on?
Yes,
I was like, what are we doing? I'm used to just 1-2 steps. You're just
a little stalemate. Let me just get under you a little bit, hang out.
No, I'm like,
dude, you guys kind of got it easy over there.
Man.
Huh?
I don't know about it either. It's more like it's simple.
Let me get this for you right
and
here.
you're just like working your craft and everything like that. But no, there's a development period.
Did you at Dallas or Washington? Did you have this similar type of offense?
A little bit.
So you were kind of privy to the idea of what was about
a little
to take
bit changed
place.
with some IDs and stuff like that. But the fundamentals are pretty similar in some ways.
Dude, I always thought like when I was doing the gap scheme and stuff, it was like so simple. And then like the learning curve for this offense for me was like, once I figured it out, it's like my favorite offense now to run. Like if you're a little nimble footed as an offensive lineman, like this is love. Yeah. Because you're not like just power on power. You can manipulate some angles a little bit. Yeah. But Joe, for you, how long did it take you to get comfortable? And can you get in a 3-point stance?
Right now, you want me to get one?
No, if you want to.
Yeah, but I can. And that was,
that was the biggest thing for me from like reaching.
No, it's the truth. Like going from the last offense to this offense and being able to be in my 3-point and like run out of it. Like I had to completely like change from like the start. Like you think you got your stance down and you go into this offense, you're like, I can't move out of this. Like I literally can't. Like I'm used to being boom, power steps. And you're like, oh, I got to turn sprint. It's like, I gotta start from the basics, like getting in my stance, getting out of it. So it took a minute. Like I still like, you're still trying to perfect little things that you think you wouldn't have to think about during training camp, but you just have to. And I think it's been fun. It's a good transition for me, but it's different.
Yeah. Maybe you just run up the ball a little bit. It's not that. You guys, is it like Wanda, Zorro, Zap? It's all the same thing. Single, double, triple.
Yeah. Did
front
you run
side,
the
ABC. Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. Yeah, Zorro, you're never in a tray. You're always in a double or a man reach. Zap, you're in a tray, but based on where the Sam's at. Dude, come on. We know ball here.
Hey, man, I was just like, goddamn.
Two jet, 3 jet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you slide to the widest?
Well, we can't tell all of our secrets now.
Oh, that means we're talking basic ball right now. I feel what's crazy is how universal calls are.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
No,
Single,
for sure.
double, triple. It's like, okay, guys, they're coming this way.
Yeah.
ABC, hey, boys, it's backside.
Yeah. Right.
What are some fun code names? Like, there's always the fun Dick and Balls, right? Dick is 1, Balls is on 2. But we do Jeter for 2, dummy calls. Or you guys a turbo set hut? Like, break it down, dude. Yeah. Break it down for me, Tyler.
Hey, man,
your long lineage.
Give them all.
Give us the cadences, dude.
We got a variety of them. We got
I love how you're just talking. You're talking in vague scripture.
We got a lot. I think like we got some dummy cadences. We're trying to see what the defense is going to present us and all that stuff. I'll give you a nice political answer there, but no, I mean, no, we do a good job. Like today, like we were.
I was just like today.
we had the whole variety.
That's the fun part with Justin. Like you walk out there and like
100%.
Yesterday we get here for the first day and he's like meet with Justin like for the cadences tomorrow. We don't really know what we're getting into. We get into CQ and it's every cadence we got. We're like, all right, and
which is normal though. Yeah, which is what they kind of want. It's like that's gonna be like that normal. And it was cool because like going back to the last question was like from the beginning was like trusting the process with the coaches. I thought was the biggest part because like what you felt like maybe like the phase 2 or beginning of phase 3, you're just like it's kind of like all trying to like figure it all out, but just breaking it down and how they installed it was so simple to the point now like today I had so much fun because it was just so like crisp. So like
started to move
it's
a
so
little
dumbed
bit.
down and like
starting to feel second
you can
nature
make some
again.
like dummy calls in the pre-snap because you're so locked in like you can really like fuck with the D-line and everything like that. So like it's getting to that point where it's like pretty fun and I'm just excited, man. But no, we have a variety of cadences, man. Like one, 2, double count, quick count, all that stuff.
All the things. Yeah. What's your favorite cadence, dude?
Probably a dummy. Probably. Oh yeah, true. Silent. Yeah.
Silent cadence.
Yeah, because it's on me.
Is it down up or is it down up left? Like, do you guys call a thing called Lucy?
No. We have it where we have patterns. So like it might be a quick one or it might be like slow. It might be like shit. I might not even do anything. I might snap it. Like,
dude, the best cadence is like we had a NASCAR cadence where you'd walk up to the ball and basically everyone gets set really fast and you kind of just point, hey, the mic's and you just go.
Yeah,
that's the one where you're like, as a tackler, you're sitting there like, oh
dude,
my
I'm like, I hope
real spot.
It can't be a complex call. You're like, everyone's set. Like, when they
you
have
just
like
got to
a low
make sure
front or something like that. You're like, everyone remembered the call.
Yeah. What's it like with McDaniels, dude? Like he is. First off, you have just coaches with the most unique characters of all time. They're like basically playing sitcom coaches. At all times, like Harbaugh, the way he handles the press conference, but McDaniels, like he had a vape apparently, but that wasn't actually a vape, allegedly, he rolled that off pretty good. But he's just like a unique character. Like, what are some McDonaldisms that you're just like?
Well, he McDanielsms. I think it was like the second practice was like, when we wanted to be more like crisp or something in a drill, but it was like it wasn't to be tight, but it was like bring out your personality and be locked in. Like that was like a big thing, and like. We're having fun doing, and that there's a whole different, I feel like, frequency. Yeah. I don't know how you feel about it, but like it was really, I think that was like a big part that I saw. In OTAs,
I think he's really good at like easing the stress. You get out there early in practice, everyone's all, day one, everyone's stressed. Right, like, whoa, it's the
anxiety of, am I who I think I am? Like, am I actually going to be good this year? Did I just lose all of my powers?
Exactly.
Is that not real as hell?
No, it is.
Bro, your brain can tell you a lot of different things.
Yeah, your brain can talk to you crazy sometimes. And
you're like,
who
is that?
Who am I?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And he'll walk into the huddle and say something crazy. You're like, all right, we're good to go.
We're on the same page,
bro.
I love it, dude.
No, 100%.
Joe, with the injury, we were talking a little bit about it. I would love for you to kind of break down like what took place. You're having a hell of a season. You're jumping from right to left. If Slater goes down, like what was? Just give me in a nutshell, like kind of how your season was last year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there was a lot of change and a lot of, I'll call it mental warfare. You're doing something in training camp, you flip. All right, here we go. And I think it was 2.5 weeks before the first game. You're like, all right. Got 2 weeks to get ready. Felt good into the season. Felt solid starting off. You get the first injury, like, all right, injuries happen. It's part of the game. Tough. I'm like, all right. That was like for me. It's like I always want to be back out there as fast as I can. I'm like, all right, I got this thing heal enough where I'm not just going out there and being dumb. So I let it heal up, get out there, first game back, feel great, like no issues, doing well, going to the second one, and then same injury, just worse on the same ankle, and you're like, shoot. So you gotta reframe things, and it was a tough stretch there when it first happened, and then you kind of start getting into the recovery process, and there's kind of like that light at the end of the tunnel, and for me, it's always like, oh, can I get back for the Super Bowl? Can I get back for whatever it is? Can I get back? Can I do this? So it's like you start getting to that mindset, and I don't want to say tricking yourself, but you start saying like, hey, there's a chance. And you just think it made the injury kind of turn from, hey, I'm down and out, I'm not doing anything, to there's hope.
There's
and
purpose.
That helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And then, I wasn't able to at the end of the year, but then I was able to, hit the off season almost, full go. So that was super nice.
Dialed in. You're not like coming in.
Yeah.
In February having to go see the team and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When did somebody come like tap you on the shoulder and go, hey, you got to, if we can make it to divisional round, AFC championship?
Yeah. I want to say it was honestly me. I was the one who was like tricking
it
myself.
Always is the delusional process of a competitor.
Delusion belief, baby.
I walked into the training room one day. I was like, so what are the odds? Like, what are the odds we can push for this? And they're like, we don't know. I'm like, well, I'm going to push it. And they're like, no, like, you're not going to push it. I'm like, no, I'm going to push it. We're going to see what we can do. And like I said, it didn't work out, but that hope really helped me to progress through that rehab and get back as soon as I could. So
when you go back out to OTAs, is there like a level of like putting kind of like that nervous feeling of putting that foot firmly in the ground, all that? Did you have any of that? Or was it like, oh, I've kind of dealt with an injury like this before, so it's nothing? I'm
going to be honest. That's the one thing with having my father being able to help train me in the off season. That guy he's been through a lot of injuries. So he was like, we're going to be smart, but like, we're going to put this thing through hell before you have to go back, like in a smart way, but we're going to make sure like you load it. So like when you go out there for that first day, like you've kind of done everything possible to it. And like, whether that's football, whether that's running, whether that's walking up a rocky hill, like we're just going to put it through stupid stuff and just make sure it holds. But like, that's my dad. So like,
we're going to hike some mountains. Yeah. We're going to roll it a couple times.
Yeah. Like
still got it.
We put the snowshoes on one day and we're running in the snow. Like we did a whole bunch of different things.
Just a rocky montage, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. You got a big block on your shoulders. You're running through.
So like for me, like, I know it sounds dumb, but doing that kind of stuff and then being able to like come back to training camp or OTAs, and I was like, yeah, there's nothing I really am worried about.
Yeah.
Like putting this thing down. Like if I've done that, it should be good to go.
You're dialed in. Tyler, when you got drafted, Travis Frederick, he retires.
Yeah.
There's got to be a level of pressure that took place on you. Going to the Cowboys, they had I think it was like 10 years of just a dominant offensive line.
Yeah.
And Travis was a massive piece of that.
For sure.
And for you're coming in, the Cowboys brand, the marketing, the fan base is just so loud and obnoxious in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, did you feel those pressures as a rookie?
Yeah, I think we just like how we talk about too, like kind of like where your brain goes to, and like just the kind of like what you think of the NFL before you actually get there. And then when you get there and having guys like, because like when I was in Wisconsin, my O-line coach, same as Joe's actually, but like we would watch a lot of their film. So like I was watching, Zach and a lot like Joe Looney, Trav, Tyron Smith.
Joe Looney's a good pull.
Yeah.
Looney's a good pull to play with him in the Titans.
100%. And Lale Collins and all those guys, Connor Williams, Connor McGovern. And so when I got there, like when I got drafted, like Trav reached out and we got to talk a little bit and did some great foundation work with him, but just to get in the community. But also when I got there, like I was a sponge and we didn't have OTAs because of COVID. So like it kind of made it even a little bit more pressure because you didn't have the preseason.
Yes,
so you had to really like take every rep.
Yeah.
Like you had laser focus and stuff. But no, I got great role models in front of me. Obviously, like some of the best that ever did it. And they showed me the ropes and took it from there.
You made a Pro Bowl in 22. Were you like, how close were you to re-signing with the Cowboys, or how did that situation kind of go down?
Yeah, I mean, we'll never really know.
Oh,
like,
damn!
Like you just don't know. You just don't know.
Hit me with the Kanye West quote.
No, because you really don't. Like I didn't mean to say it like that, but you really don't know. Like where
did they ever
was
reach
that?
out?
Like yeah, we were definitely in conversations.
Yeah, so we kind of do now.
And yeah, a little bit, but like not to the point where like how close really it was. Like I'm not really sure. Like I mean, I let my agent kind of handle all that, and at the end of the day, like it didn't happen before camp, even if you maybe wanted it to, and then after the season, even if you wanted to, maybe it didn't happen. So
right.
Like, that's why I say that. But at this end of the day, I just let my agent do that. And
is there a level of like saltiness when it's like, okay, it doesn't happen before camp? There's added pressure, I would assume, in the brain of like, I'm going through this season. Like I feel like every play would mean a little bit more of like from a dollar figure standpoint.
For sure.
And then when the off season hits, It's like, are we gonna get this fucking thing done, or is it March 14th and am I gonna be a free agent?
No, I think the love I have for the guys that I've played with and like helped me grow, because I was in like you become a man when you're in the NFL. Like you mature so fast.
Yes.
I feel like that's if someone said me like, what's the biggest thing when you get in the NFL? It's like you mature really fast. But at the same time, I felt like just the guys that I learned from, and like you might not have that somewhere else, and like you really wanted to have that and to continue to grow. But at the same time, like, you know, I believe in like the universe and like where my path is going to be,
energies,
and all that great stuff. And my path led me to Washington. Right?
Yeah.
So and now I'm here, right?
Yeah.
And so
How has it been being here? Have you enjoyed it?
So much joy.
Yeah.
Every day, man. With Joe, Rashawn, our coaching staff, all the guys, Justin, man, Cole, man, we have a heck of a time.
You have a good time.
Oh,
boys are good.
It would be like a reality TV show at OTAs, man. Like it was so fun.
Dude, there's such a world where it's like the offensive line room is so elite, and then you get like, you guys are doing. By the way, you guys are doing great. But it's a lot of times you get offensive linemen on a microphone. They're like 1-0 every day. We're putting our best foot forward. Guys are doing the best we can. And it's like, fuck, dude, if you would just show who you are. We had a guy, he's brought up on the show like 50 times a year, but Ben Jones is one of those guys where you put a microphone in, it's like Ricky Bobby and Talladega Nights. But you get him in the locker room and he's wearing like half a banana hammock trying to hug DBs. And you're like, yeah, where's this guy? You know, and so it is cool to know that you guys have an awesome room. You brought up Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Guys are kind of in turmoil right now. I'm a Big Ten guy myself. You're essentially a pseudo Big Ten guy. I mean, in a way, like, dude, you guys should be a part of the Big Ten.
But we're more ACC than anything.
It's kind of gross, dude. Like, you guys got from a brand standpoint, all good.
Did
though.
you see our schedule this year, though?
Yeah, you guys. If you guys don't make the playoffs,
we'll see.
That's crazy.
We start with Wisconsin game one, right?
All right, boys, real quick. Lucy. Shout out Lucy, no free shout outs. That is the daily go-to. Espresso is my favorite, hands down. And that bite and burst thing where it pops in your mouth and hits you with flavor, it never gets old. I mostly use it to lock in if I need to focus or need a little energy boost. This is what I reach for. Pre-workout, post-workout, doesn't matter the occasion. It just works either way. Every way, honestly. These bad boys go up to 12 milligrams. So if you need a little something with a little more kick, they've got you covered. And the thing I respect most, they are independently owned and proudly American made. Not some big tobacco corporate nonsense brand trying to play dress up. That matters to the boys. American made. Lucy is the only pouch doing long-lasting, on-demand flavor like this. You can get 20% off your first order at lucy.co/bussin. Use code bussin. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are for adults only of legal age, and every customer is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine, and nicotine, as you know, is an addictive chemical. Shout out Lucy, no free shout outs. And we are also brought to you by NFL Sunday Ticket. With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, it doesn't matter who's coming over and it doesn't matter what team they love and need to see. Every play, every game-changing moment on NFL Sunday Football, the action is right here. You won't miss anything and you'll be the best host ever. It's you and your friends watching 4 games at once. It's every NFL Sunday game, regardless of where it's being played. It's pure NFL bliss as it happens right in your living room, every game, every Sunday, all in one place. And right now, it's just 8 payments of $30 a month for new users. Sign up now and new users pay $240 or 8 non-cancelable payments of $30 a month. First charge at purchase. Availability varies. With NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games and YouTube TV for local and national games. YouTube TV is required. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Commercial use excluded. No refunds. NFL Sunday. Shout out NFL Sunday Ticket.
I watched Michigan versus Wisconsin last year, and we can just say the product that was on the field at Michigan last year wasn't great, and it wasn't a difficult game. We gotta right the ship. Right. Like, we look at the Wisconsin Badgers and it's like, we need fucking corn-fed boys. We need dudes that look like you 24/7.
Yes.
Now we're looking a little more nimble, you know, like they were leaning in. Like something did. COVID affected Wisconsin the most. You know, something happened.
Something happened.
GLP-1 drugs started sneaking into fucking Madison,
to
dude.
The food or something. You know? Like something happened.
Yeah, but hey, I will say this, just to flip over, take a turn away from negative town for a second. I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with you, Notre Dame, buddy. I saw CJ Carr this spring. Yeah. We played a bump out basketball with Freeman at his house. This he's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
he is. Have you been up? Have you been able to see these boys?
I got to meet him right before I left, and then I've been back up. I didn't see him when I was up there. I was up there for the Luke Combs concert, so I saw all the coaches. I didn't.
Oh, you were there like right after us then, because we were there the week before.
Yeah, so I was there right after you guys, and I got to see everybody. I didn't get to see him though.
I got to see Joe with him.
Yeah, we was there too. Tyler was there.
You went out there?
That was the first time we met.
That was the first time we met.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I went to go see our line coach.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yep.
And then you just happened to go see Luke Combs as well.
Yeah, and then he's on stage with, all those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Big time.
Yeah, chugging a beer,
dude.
Yeah.
I thought you sling them back.
Yeah, I always sling back.
Who do you think the fastest chugger in your room is? You can't do it.
I'm just saying, like.
Yeah.
My bet's on Joe.
I put money on myself.
Always bet on yourself.
Yeah, I bet on myself.
Always bet. You should do a offensive line beer Olympics.
That
like OTAs, maybe after the first week, like that first week, and be like, hey boys, Thursday to Sunday, obviously we have off. Let's do that Thursday afternoon.
That long weekend after camp, you never know what happens.
I think in 2 weeks our bodies aren't going to be telling us to do that.
No. 2 weeks we season we stay focused.
You never know.
Yeah, got to stay focused. Dude, what else? What does anybody have anything? I feel like this has been as high punching as it possibly can be for offensive linemen. We've done it.
Got the Aries Tech on, dude. Nice.
Yeah. $26.
$26.
$26.
Got that big black at home.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Dude, I am all about this shit. But when I bought this, as soon as it came in the mail, I'm like, you're an idiot, dude. There's no fucking way this works. And then JP's putting a wireless mic on me right next to it. I'm like, look at, dude, I'm just a contradiction walking around. You super health savvy? You a granola guy?
I mean, I take care of my body.
You got organic sheets.
Yeah.
All right, try to stay with the whole foods. Not you, Joe.
Yeah.
Dude. What are you doing?
I just like to sleep.
I'm not saying I'm like not healthy.
I'm with you on sleep.
No, I'm huge on sleep, but like protein, carb, veg, good. Like I don't care. I don't care what it is. I don't care. Like
that's an all-pro mindset right
glass
there, dude.
of milk, like we're good to go.
Yeah, whole milk, dude. Yeah, whole milk.
Preferably 2%, but if it's whole, it's okay. That's
how do you do with that mindset in this town?
Yeah, that's a transition. I'm still able to go. A lot
of transitions.
Yeah, go to the grocery store and like it's like being from the Midwest is like going there. Like, do they have brats today? Like sometimes they don't got brats in the grocery store, and that's a hard day.
That's when you want to fucking rage.
Exactly. It's like, what am I gonna do today? And that's like, all right, I'll just get a steak and some mashed taters and I don't know, asparagus or something. And call it a day. It's
what's your death row meal for both of you guys?
Oh,
give me like what you would want made, but like, is there like a restaurant also involved in your brain that you're like, I gotta go to here?
I got mine. I'm gonna bet on my mom on this one.
Okay.
Her meatloaf, big Midwest guy.
Okay.
Meatloaf, fantastic. Mashed potatoes, asparagus, great. I'm going with a glass of milk because that's just normal. But then you gotta finish Culver's concrete mixer. Well, chocolate ice cream,
Culver's concrete mixer,
chocolate ice cream, chocolate syrup and caramel.
Yeah.
Full. That thing's like at least 1,000 calories.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
putting that down.
Bulking season.
Yeah, exactly.
Bulking. Yeah.
I'm putting. That's the last thing I'm eating before I'm dying. Yeah, it's a good time.
I love it, dude. What's your sneaky go to? Like actually no, Tyler, what's yours?
Yeah, no, I would say even back home for every time growing up, every birthday, barbecue. My mom made hash browns, like homemade hash browns with cornflakes.
Man.
Yeah. But no, I can hear it here in LA though. The Mastro's butter cake.
The Whatville butter cake?
The
Mastro's butter cake.
Mastro's butter cake. Mastro's the steakhouse Mastro's?
Yes.
Yeah, the steakhouse butter cake.
I went to high school with their daughter.
Like, shit. There's one time I just went in and ordered it, picked it up, and left.
One time you went there and ordered it and picked it up?
Yeah.
Whoa, dude, how do you get away with that?
I'm just saying, like, I didn't even go for a full meal. I was just like, I want more.
Oh, yeah.
Walk out. Like,
man, one time I drove up, walked in, ordered it, and left. Man, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I was just like, no. But no, like, steakhouses are awesome. Like,
steakhouses
like surf and turf.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with surf and turf. Yeah.
I love it, boy. Hey, boys. I appreciate both of you. I'm rooting for both of you guys this year. Tyler's the first time we met.
Yeah,
I already consider us great friends.
Absolutely.
We're going the distance, you and I. Joe, obviously we have a huge background. You and I are boys for fucking
Have you been to Culver's, by the way?
But dude,
he's got to go to Culver.
Okay, so here's your order.
What's the crave case? That's White Castle?
Yeah.
Culver's.
Culver's. So I'm a little crazy, but double mushroom and Swiss, the value basket. You're going cheese curds with ranch. And then I always go the root beer if I'm going to drink. If not, you just say scratch the drink. You go tall concrete mixer, chocolate ice cream, chocolate syrup, and caramel. And if you're really feeling dangerous, then you get a side order of onion rings too.
Yep.
Okay, I'm so glad that was on recording. Is there a Culver's in Nashville? We're going to go there. We're going to get this exact order, and we're going to try it.
Or Bacon Burger Deluxe.
That is also.
He means and Bacon Burger Deluxe.
Yes.
We'll try it all, dude. We'll try it all.
And if you really want to
the
go crazy,
fries with the honey mustard sauce.
Okay.
Or the buffalo tenders too. You get the burger and the tenders.
Write that down too. Write that down too.
Yeah, it's a good
all
time.
right. What is like? This is just the most low hanging fruit of clickbait. But what is the best burger in your opinion? Is it Culver's?
Oh yeah, hands down. Not even.
In-N-Out's not touching it.
No, not even close.
No.
Like nothing. Like I'm saying, Culver's is up here. And
I don't even know what the fuck a Culver's is.
Dude, Culver's is.
Yeah.
It's
real
great.
Midwest.
Man.
The smash.
I had one in
smash
Texas. Oh, I went there every Saturday before we got on the plane. Me and my buddy.
Health conscious my ass, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, every Saturday
That
before we go on the plane. It's crazy.
Hey,
I see the Aries tag. Yeah, I try to take care of my body.
Hey.
I go there every fucking Saturday, man.
I said when my career's been going up, been more health conscious. But,
yeah.
But in 2022, 2023.
Yeah. Back then, back in the good old
back
days.
In the,
show your face a little bit.
In the good old days.
How many times a year do you think you sneak a cheat meal? Joe, I know every day is a cheat meal for you. You've already proven that.
I think after like the Thursday practice.
Okay, so once a week.
Yeah.
Thursday
for
pracky.
Sure.
You know, you got jerseys. You're doing some red zone and then walk through 2 minute on Friday.
Yeah.
Let me get after a little bit.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, last question we got here is called the Bud Light question.
Ooh.
You really got to think about this, okay? This is the most important question you'll be asked probably in the next 10 years of your life. Anybody would do anything for an ice cold Bud Light. Literally anything. What would you two do anything for? Brock Bowers said a nice steak dinner. Devontae Adams yesterday said going to space. Same with Trent McDuffie. Steve Ranella said he'd love to go back in time and see the dinosaurs. So the world is your oyster. This is your opportunity to say what you want most in life. Can't say family.
Put me 100 miles offshore in the Gulf of America with a live pinfish on the bottom of the ocean, and I'm ready to hook into a massive grouper. That's what I got.
Oh, fuck, dude. The way you said it, too. Like, the way you bought in. And when you said Gulf of America, too, I was like, it was like, oh, shit, it is called that. Is that not the funniest thing? That was his first move?
Yep.
He's like, I'm president now, Gulf of America. Everyone's like, fuck, all right. This is what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Tyler, what about you?
Man, I've been really into like Game of Thrones, House of Dragons right now. So
Talk
like,
to me, dude.
So like medieval times, man. I love to go back.
You love to go back?
Yeah, see that
Would you
shit?
like to like be a knight?
Dude, I
or
want
a ruler?
Or like see like the White Walkers and like go to war.
Yeah.
See those?
You kind of strike me as a
like
Lannister
dragons
too,
and
dude.
shit. I believe that dragons are there, man.
You believe dragons?
Yeah.
Do you actually believe in dragons in real life?
I don't know about the fire, like going. I believe that.
That's
They're
a
an
lizard,
animal, though.
Yeah.
But like the Komodo, you see those Komodo dragons?
Yeah,
you
those things
saying
are
that
scary.
there wasn't another species bigger than that
With some wings?
Yeah,
I'm with you, dude.
like, man,
I'm willing to believe it.
Been to
I'll believe in
Kauai,
anything.
seeing like where there's like Jurassic Park where they filmed and everything. You're like,
it had to be
what else
something
is out here. Like,
yeah,
in the middle
exactly.
Of the ocean, like what?
Right.
Yeah.
What's scarier to you, space or the ocean?
I think the ocean.
Dude, that seems like
I think the ocean.
That seems like the universal thought process.
Like we can't even go all the way. We can't touch the bottom. Like what's?
I think we can touch the bottom.
Here's my thing.
Why haven't we talking about it then?
Time out.
Like why
have we touched the bottom?
No.
Marianas Trench, right? It's the deepest part of the ocean.
What percent is it? Like 6% of the ocean we only discovered?
Yeah.
Like 6%.
That percentage went up from yesterday's conversation. It was
6%.
Yeah.
Like
that's fucking terrifying.
Like space? Like we went to NASA.
Yeah.
I
feel like NASA's got to figure it out up there. We got no
we
idea.
went to NASA.
Hey, so I haven't really, 6% only the
yeah.
And that's like we're here. Yeah, like we don't even know.
No.
And we're like that's
up there. Up there we know more about that than literally where our feet are.
That's what is that? 5 miles that way? That's the ocean. We don't know. We know 6% of that, but we know more about that up there.
Yeah.
We got telescopes and stuff. We can't see the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, we can't see down. We can see up though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We can't see down there.
Hey, for even the way you said it, I feel like you just dropped something so heavy on me. We can't see it. We can see up though. I was like, oh shit, he's kind of right. We can look up,
dude. You fall in. Yo, it's dark, man. What's going on?
This is what they talk about when they say frat boy podcast. You said that to me. I'm like, oh shit, he really said something right there. You believe in aliens?
I believe something else is down there.
They're down there.
Yes.
Whoa.
Like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Whoa.
Like, man, you think
you
they're
cannot
not down
look
there.
at a Disney movie and
I'm
use
not
that as
saying
factual evidence.
I'm just saying like you're saying there's not another species that's underneath all the way down. That's just
But would that be like you're talking like a Kraken-esque type of thing?
Conspiracies about like other
Yeah. What's like the number one? And Joe, feel free to speak whenever you want to. What's like a conspiracy theory that's like kind of out there that you're like I could see it.
The ocean.
The ocean in general.
Just the ocean in general. Like what's it? Like it's not even a conspiracy. It's like what we haven't discovered.
Right. So you believe that there is extraterrestrial life that maybe has
I
something.
think there's life that we just don't know about at the bottom of the ocean. Just,
Atlantis.
Yes.
That type of shit.
Atlantis is
yes,
100%.
100%.
100% real.
There's something going on.
There's something going on.
Because there's a reason we haven't been able to get there.
Yes.
Something's stopping
Maybe there's
us.
like a wall. Well, that's the thing. Like you can't go because we don't have like the technology or whatever it is, right?
Have you heard about the wall in Antarctica that the people said the flat earthers are all about?
Yes.
That's a good one.
Have
That's
you?
a good one.
Do you guys subscribe to that? Or are we out on that?
I want to know it's beyond it.
What we have to do is we have to go to space because we can see the arc then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should
And be like, take us on the other side of Antarctica real
we
quick.
should be able to. Yeah.
You guys should absolutely. I think Michael Strahan just did it for the podcast.
Ooh,
yesterday.
pyramids are a good one.
Yeah, you like that?
That's
Pyramids
what
are
I
good
was
ones,
saying. Like,
and like there's one in Antarctica, right, or something like that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
here's my thing. Like, I honestly think like the Earth we've lived on today has been reset. Like, there's been a reset time where like we had civilization that was like higher than we think was in history.
Yeah, like going like
there was a reset.
All right, I'm picking it up. So you're saying that before right now where we're sitting in, what is this room called? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
the bolt.
The bolt. We're in the bolt right now.
Yeah.
All the technology, the LED lights, all that stuff. Before this,
Yeah. There was another time that happened.
all that stuff happened. But we're talking about Jetson style stuff where they're floating around in the air and they can do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that?
Dude, I don't know.
Maybe
man.
not to that like
I don't
extent.
I agree that there's
I'm with
another
you. Hey,
form of
I am
technology.
all about
for
whatever
sure.
you guys say right now.
Yeah.
I am the most buy-in guy.
Oh,
Other than flat Earth and
like I just want to learn history. Like
yeah, but
honestly.
is this history? I guess it is. I guess it would be.
right?
Yeah. Is time real?
Yeah,
It's just
right.
a
That's
concept,
a
dude.
great one. Yeah,
Don't get me thinking about that space and how it continues.
I
and
know.
It's infinite, dude.
That
It's infinite,
that
man.
doesn't make
That's like-
sense.
I know, isn't it crazy too that people talk about aliens and it's like you don't believe in aliens. Okay, so you're so wrapped around yourself and your own existence
Yeah.
that this is an infinite thing taking
Yeah.
place above us, and there's nothing that can possibly exist besides us.
When I heard like the
Right.
probability theory and all of that, when they started, well, I think my brother who went into that with me, I was so terrified.
Yeah.
I was like, the probability of there being aliens or there being another version of you out there, like you just don't know about, like I can't go there. Like I will like literally won't sleep. It's like terrifying to me.
Dude, we need to get a round table with the three of us.
we need to have
Neil
another
deGrasse
meeting.
Tyson, Devontae.
We need to have the whole
Myles
line.
Garrett.
The whole line. Bring
Yeah,
y'all,
I think like the greatest idea for a podcast that has not happened yet is offensive linemen sitting around with a case of beer and just like it's like a 6-hour podcast that you cut into an hour and then you just kind of feel the conversations that take place.
100%.
Because that first 30, 45 minutes, you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck did we talk about? You feel uncomfortable, whatever.
Sure.
6 beers in, you're like, you know what, dude? I'm telling you. I think JFK, that was a little bit fucked up, wasn't it? Yeah. And then you get into it.
Yeah.
Might be the greatest. Write that down. You write that for you guys, for the Chargers. That might be something you guys want to look into.
Yeah.
All right, boys, we appreciate you guys.
man,
Give a round of
appreciate
applause
you,
to these hogs right here.
Great work. Great work.
Absolutely.
Nice work, boys.
I gotta tell you, boys, we're gonna take a small break from this LA Chargers vlog. Since we're in LA, I've decided to myself, I'm gonna start living like an LA guy. Hit some Pilates, got in the cold tub, grabbed a matcha, did a Wim Hof breathwork class. I even spent $30 on a cup of coffee.
Hey, do you feel like it's working?
Dude, no, it's not. And that's why I had to go back to the basics. I had to get back to what's right, what tastes delicious, and that's Kevin's Natural Foods. All right, you got clean ingredients. It's ready in 5 minutes. Hell, if I'm too tired to get out of my bed, I can even Instacart it myself. This is the kind of stuff that when it's ready that fast, why spend time on fast food? When you could spend time nurturing that body like we do in LA, us LA people like to do. And if you like to go to the grocery store, you're in luck. They're available nationwide in the frozen foods aisle, all right? Kevin's Natural Foods. Enjoy it, love it, just like you're loving this vlog.
So 2 individuals just walked out. A man that walks in, future Hall of Famer, gets drafted by the Raiders, goes over to the Bears, has a season that because of a double doink possibly turns into not winning a championship, comes over to the Los Angeles Chargers and has had an unbelievable career. Let's give it up for Khalil Mack, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause. 2014 draft class, same draft class.
Same draft class.
I was just saying it, dude. Like I was with Devontae yesterday. I'm talking to you now. We played against each other.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here like, man, maybe I wasn't the guy I thought I was. Because your fucking longevity is crazy. You and Devontae, because it's like physique wise, you guys are winning the game, right?
Oh,
You're
man.
35 years old,
35.
still so dominant.
Yeah.
You have a young cat like Tristan Wirfs a few years ago. You fucking give him the forearm shiver. How's it, dude? Like, do you think about retirement? Or you think I'm just gonna do this forever?
Oh man, no, you always think about, you know what I mean, when you're gonna hang them up potentially, but all in all, man, just spending time with my wife and kids, man, you get that feeling, in, but you also get that feeling of when they see you out there, you know what I'm saying, what they see you doing, and Dad, did you do this? Or, Dad, you tackle them real hard? And it's that vibe too. So I'm saying the other side of it, but it's also, I love that side of it, that they get to see me do it, my kids, my boys, and my wife, and it's just it's a different feeling, but you know that time gonna come. When it comes, you want to be ready for it.
Yeah. As you get older, do you think about like the next chapter and what you possibly might do?
Absolutely.
Like what do you think about? Like, do you want to go in the entertainment world? Do you want to? You want to hit the real estate game. You want to be like Ndamukong Suh, who just kind of sets up and has like a bunch of shit going on, but in the shadows. Like, what are you about? Like, what is your like?
That's my
your
vibe.
out of the facility like entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah, real estate, man. A real
Love
estate
it.
guy. Yeah.
Real
estate throwing
commercial,
through,
residential. What do you like?
Multifamily, building from ground up now, and so man, I'm very interested in it, and I've been doing it for the past 9-10 years. Yeah. So it's one of my loves, man. I like having that vision of what you can create and buy the block and build stuff, what I'm saying, from ground up and knock stuff down and reconstruct.
Right. You're basically playing a real life game of Legos.
Oh yeah. Little Monopoly.
Monopoly. Yeah. You're building houses, getting enough for that hotel.
Yeah, absolutely.
All that stuff. Is there other athletes that you've seen the way they've kind of approached their portfolio outside of sports that you're like, I love to kind of be diverse in that range?
Man, what's my guy name, man? He played in Denver for a while and with the Ravens for a while.
Defense?
I know he played with Vaughn. He played on opposite
Doomerville?
Side of Doomerville.
Yeah.
Down in North Miami, man. Doomerville.
Fucking that's a pull by me.
Yeah, man. Doomerville, man. Seeing some of the stuff he's been doing, it's very special.
What does he do?
Oh man, you talking about, I think he probably I think the latest thing I've seen was like 100 something units. All built up somewhere down in Miami, and then North Miami, he kind of taking over, building up 100+ units, 500+ units. So those type of things, I'm very interested in, and got to start picking guys' brain. Another guy, Cliff Averill, just seeing what those guys been able to do. They tearing it up. So just knowing and kind of sitting back and scoping what they doing and paying attention and trying to do it myself. Yeah.
It's got to be interesting balancing that with all the football stuff going on. I want to go back to high school and college, dude. Like, you go to Buffalo. Obviously, like, it feels like you came on the scene, at least in my brain, when you guys played Ohio State and you were just an absolute menace. Yeah. And I was like, oh, who the fuck is this cat? Because Buffalo's not getting love like that. And then in our class, the whole conversation is around Gamecock, Jadeveon Clowney.
Oh yeah.
Did you feel some type of way from a competitive nature?
Oh, absolutely.
And you're probably watching him, all the love he's getting.
Yeah.
And being like, no.
No, it wasn't even the fact that he was getting love. I was just like, hey, I'm over here too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it wasn't no ill malice towards him, because when I met him through that draft process, and then I think it was New York, we kind of all got together. Were you there?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Forgettable face. It's all good. Don't even worry about it.
No, because I remember being in New York with a whole bunch of guys, and then we did the Rookie Symposium, right?
Yeah, we did the Rookie Symposium. We did the hospital there. We did the Play 60. Yeah. That's all a blur.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I don't blame you. I remember
blended
you
together now.
Yeah.
But man, getting a chance to meet all the guys and kind of just getting to be around them, and you kind of peep the vibes. You know what I'm saying? You know who's and how. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of funny meeting everybody and seeing the personalities behind the persona.
Yeah. Did you know that the Raiders were probably the team that was going to take you? Did you feel good about that?
I had an inkling when Willie Brown, rest in peace to my guy Willie Brown, man. He walked past our table and was like, "If you're there at 5, you coming to Oakland."
Yeah.
Like, oh, dang, that's new information.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I had the same conversation with the Falcons.
Yeah.
They came to my house on a Monday. The draft was on Thursday, and they're like, hey, if you're there at 6, pack your bags, be ready to be a dirty bird. I'm like, oh my God, let's go. 6 came and went, and they took a different tackle.
That was Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Oh,
they took Jake Matthews.
Yeah, it was Jake Matthews.
Yeah.
What pick? They had 2 picks in the first day?
No. Mike went to Tampa Bay. So he was 8 at Tampa Bay. 8 at Tampa Bay.
I'm mixing up Tampa and Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
Hey, kind of a savage draft class.
Yeah, savage.
Odell,
man, savage.
Donald.
Yeah, Aaron, yeah.
The only thing we were kind of missing was quarterbacks. Yeah. Missing quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So you get the Raiders.
Yeah.
Oakland, they're talking. I'm sure at that point they're like, hey, we're going to move at some point. You probably hear a lot about that. Like, well, talk to me about your time in Oakland. Did it end kind of like you feeling some type of way? I feel like there was like some disruptive.
With the trade and everything like that.
Yeah, were you like I'm over this?
No, it was a process, man. It kind of took a minute, that off season. I don't know however many months that was where you kind of.
And not to interrupt you, but this is when you were all pro off-ball linebacker and on-ball linebacker, correct?
Nah, I wasn't really off the ball, but it was kind of like a stand-up. That's when they classified outside linebacker versus
and defensive end. Yeah, so you got all pro for both of them,
right?
I
got all pro. Yeah, all pro for both.
Disgusting,
dude. Yeah. First, and I think that might be the last time because they switched it to edge now. But yeah, but it was like it was a mix of Jack Del Rio leaving and then John Gruden coming in, and my agent let me know like, hey, John is very good with his words, so you might need to avoid all contact.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, because I know you love football, and if you talk to him and he'll convince you to do something you probably would regret doing. I'm like, all right.
What was one of the things that your agent was worried about you doing?
Yeah, it's just the fact that I love football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love to be around my guys and going through that process of not being there for OTAs and you missing out on training camp. And my first game, I only had 4 or 5 days to prepare for the first game against Green Bay going to Chicago. And so just that whole process of not being with my guys, it was tough. I feel like that was the hardest part of that process, not being with your guys, with Derek Carr and all my dudes, man.
Right.
And, Bruce Irvin, Justin Ellis. I don't know if you remember Justin.
No,
Ellis.
I don't remember Justin. But Carr, Carr was a stud. Did you how? Yeah, that's it. That's nuts, dude. Was it hard to make friends? You get to Chicago, were they embrace you open arms?
Yeah, you get embraced with open arms, but it's also a process of like you kind of know certain guys throughout the years, like my guy Kyle Fuller,
Yep.
And then Danny Gervais, and we kind of crossed paths a couple times playing against the Broncos for those years. I was in Oakland, and so there was certain dudes I knew going into the locker room, and that kind of made it an easier transition. And then being around those characters like Prince Amukamara and
Prince, dude, Mr. A.
Yeah,
you see what he's doing now?
Oh yeah, bro.
Dude, wild. You got to be shameless to do what he's doing, but I kind of love it. I kind of love it and support it,
bro. He reinvented himself, man, and I think that's the process you get to see, like. Still playing, but you see the guys that kind of like trying to find their way. Eddie Jackson, he got his podcast going with Bezo. You know Bezo?
Yeah.
You know Bezo. But Akeem Hicks.
Akeem Hicks still owes me $1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not getting that. You're not getting that.
We did a med ball toss. Who could throw it the farthest, and I beat him, which was impressive.
You're not getting it.
And I was like, every time we played each other, I was like, dude, you owe me $1,000. He's like, bitch, hey, don't do this now. Yeah. He's trying to get after me a little bit. So you go there, 2018, dude. How you guys really had a team to get it all done.
Yeah, man.
And then the double doink happens.
Yeah.
What was the mood of that? Like you guys are clearly in the locker room talking about Super Bowl, yeah?
Yeah, man, absolutely. It's definitely that was the vibe, that was the thought process. When when you're in that phase of things, you kind of like, man, it happened. We just got to move on from it, and hopefully we able to come back the next year and do something special. And so, but looking back on it, you realize how important those moments are, and you definitely shouldn't take those moments or those teams that you got. You know what I mean? That defense we had was very special. Knowing Vic Fangio, defensive guru, genius, in his own right. And so seeing what he's doing in Philly now and the pieces he got over there, I know he having fun. But just having everybody all at once at the same time playing at the level we was playing at, and having those creative minds behind us, it was a special time.
Yeah. And then you come here, talk to me about Jim Harbaugh and his unique personality and how he handles things. Like we talk to college kids all the time, and they're recruiting stories about Jim and how he would come over to people's houses, sleep on their couch, wear his cleats inside the house, type of stuff. Like, what is the operation like when you're walking around here? Is he truly that guy 24/7?
24/7, bro. 24/7. Sometimes you think it might be like an act. You know what I'm saying? From the outside looking in, all these years, you kind of like, oh, he's different, da, da, da. But then you get around him, and that's just him. That's just who he is.
So he is 24/7, dude.
Yeah, you're a Michigan guy, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I bleed it.
Yeah.
And when he got there, I was like, dude, we're gonna fucking win one right away.
Yeah.
Right away. I had to talk to him.
Yeah.
I think at 150 we're gonna talk to him, and I want to ask all about Michigan stuff, but I just don't think he's gonna be all about it.
No,
don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to talk about any of that stuff. None of the things that are going on right now in the world.
Yeah.
But you let it ride. Let it ride. How long did it take the team for you guys to like buy into the personality, buy into the culture? Like Ben Herbert, dude, that guy. I'm sure it took 6 seconds for you to be like, this is a fucking dog right here. He's unbelievable.
Yeah,
bro. But Harbaugh, his personality, was that like tough for you? Older guy.
Yeah,
I'm sure they did things differently.
I feel like if you love football, you know what it is. You know what it is. You know what hard work is. You know what it means to the love, to have a love for the game and love to practice and love to do all the things the right way, showing up on time, and it's just being a man's man on top of loving the game of football. If you love football, he'll like you.
Yeah. That's fair. If you love football, he's gonna like you. He does. You like, we met Zuckerberg at a UFC fight, and it's like, I think his assistant told me, like, if you're not talking about something that he cares about, he's really just going to zone out on you.
Yeah.
So you need to talk about like jiu-jitsu. He tore his ACL. You guys should talk about that.
Yeah.
And I went in and I was like, hey, nice to meet you. You could just tell he was like, how do I get out of this conversation? It's kind of like the same way with Jim. Like, if you're not talking about things that Jim wants, like truly passionate about, he's not into weather talk.
Around on you.
He'll float around. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, how about football? He's like, football's the fucking best, isn't it? Now you all of a sudden got his ass dialed in.
Full attention.
Dialed
full
in,
attention.
dude.
Full salute.
The characters you guys, even McDaniels and all that, was what was your relationship like with Jesse Minter?
Oh man, Coach Minter, man, he's smooth dude, quiet assassin. But when it's time for him to be vocal and when it's time for him to get on that mic, and I kind of heard him a few times being on the sidelines last year with that mic on and kind of hearing in the headset what they talk about. This guy got all type of juice, man, and then just the defensive mind that he has, man. Another one of those defensive guru, defensive mindsets. Bend but don't break, but also take the ball away at the most pivotal moments. That's his mindset going into it, and so just seeing the opportunity that he has over there in Baltimore, I'm excited for him. Yeah,
you guys are like so much star power just for him. His defense is just, it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's literally like the origin story is the Ravens.
Yeah,
he's at the Ravens now. Max Crosby was on the Ravens for 16 hours.
Yeah, right.
Did you like ever have a conversation with Max? Because you've dealt with Mark Davis, you've dealt with that culture and everything like that. And it didn't seem like, I don't think there was any like tomfoolery afoot from a Raiders standpoint, but then the Ravens thing happens and it just feels weird. Because then Trey Hendrickson, like the next day,
that's super
did you even
weird,
have
bro.
like a chance to? Do you have a relationship with Max at all?
Not really. Not really. But just on the outside looking in, that was definitely one of those situations where I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And I wanted to hit up Jesse to see what was going on, but it's like you can't really talk to nobody.
Right, yeah, you start talking to a different coach. It's like, that's when the PA gets after you.
I'm like, dang, I want to know what happened really, but it's unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure Max happy to be back and with the Raiders, and and I guess it worked out for whatever Baltimore wanted to do, but just on the outside looking in, it was definitely one of those weird, like the weirdest situation I've ever seen.
Why is this like taking place, dude?
Like how you, dang, okay, but you could have had both, but it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah. With the offense, I just had Joe Alt in here, and Rashawn Slater wasn't, but he's also another tackle. What are the skill sets you see in those guys that make them as good as they have been so quickly in the NFL?
Yeah.
Because I feel like Slater's got like an elite foot mobility. Joe is like that. He's not like the most athletic guy in the world, but he's got great foot placement. I love his hand placement and the way he can get to, like, he knows where the quarterback's going to be.
Yeah.
But when you go against them every day, like what makes them special in your mind?
I think the length that Joe has
psychotic.
Is psychotic. Like it kind of reminds me of Lane from time to time. Going up against Lane all those years, just understanding that you can bull him. But once you bull him, his hands can still be wrapped around the back of your shoulder pads.
Yeah,
it's like he's not gonna let go at that, you know what I mean? At that point to where it's most pivotal, when you get closer to quarterback, it's like, no, they get stronger.
Right.
And so Joe has that unique quality that Lane kind of has, on top of just his feet and his flexibility. When he gets down in his stance, dude, he shrinks.
He's like little. He was doing some drills after practice.
Bro, his
ankle mobility is crazy.
He shrinks down so low, and it's like, oh, I can see why he's so explosive coming out of his stance, and just seeing his growth over the years too. But along with Rashawn, when I first got here, powerful, man, fast, powerful, not the biggest, but strong, like strong at the point of contact. Whatever bull you hit, like just the grip strength, and it's insane, bro. It's insane.
His ability to get under your pads. What's a tackle that like kind of gave you the most troubles throughout your career that you're like, damn?
It was Lane, man. The length Lane had, and he wants you to he wants you to hit him with the bull.
Mm-hmm.
You know
He invites it. He keeps that chest wide open.
And he's not gonna give you no hands. He's gonna set back and open those arms. And as soon as you go bull, he here. He's sitting down.
Yeah.
I mean, the strength and the power that he can have to sit down, being that damn tall, is very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one last question.
Oh, Joe Thomas too. I gotta put Joe.
Joe's incredible. A technician.
Yeah,
and the crazy thing about Joe is he does the same thing every play.
Yeah, everything.
And it's just like you can't figure out a way to beat it.
God, what?
His set.
Pass.
Yeah. It's that fucking, and he's like in that like shot put stance.
Yeah,
that was always, I would watch him. I would try to do it in practice. Like, I'm not doing that. I can't fucking do this. We have one last question for you. It's the most important question of our entire podcast. It's the Bud Light question.
Yeah.
Anyone would do anything for an ice cold Bud Light. We all know that.
Yeah. Okay.
What's something that Khalil Mack would do anything for? We've seen guys talk about a really good dinner. We talk about guys time traveling, going to outer space, maybe in a submarine down there. The low hanging fruit for you is to say Super Bowl right now, but I want you to put a little more thought in it. Don't say family.
Right.
Yeah.
You say don't say family.
I can't say family. Can't say that. That's also because I had 3 kids too. Like I'll die for my kids.
Oh yeah, anything. Family.
What's something that like maybe you want something? One guy said win the lottery, and I'm kind of with him on that too.
Bro, I honestly, this being truthful, right? Me and you talking, I want to make it to heaven, bro. Yeah, man. I want to make it to heaven, bro.
Right, get like a fast pass.
I do anything to just make it.
Right,
make it. Yeah,
get there and just be like, all right, we're good. We pulled it off the right way.
Bro. How did I make it?
That's a great answer. I don't think we've heard that answer before.
Yeah.
It might be the best answer.
Yeah.
He goes, which is you and me talking. I'm like, oh, this is intimate. I love that. Khalil, dude, hey, it's great to see you. Congrats on all your success. Whenever you do decide to hang it up, there'll be a gold jacket 5 years later. I'm fired up for you, your successes and all that. See if Khalil Mack a round of applause, boys.
Thank you, man. Thank you, too.
Absolutely incredible.
Thank you, man. Proud of you, man.
We have a very special guest on the show, 2023 National Championship. This man was in the conference formerly known as the Pac-10, then went to the Pac-12, jumped over to the San Francisco 49ers, went to a Super Bowl, played against his brother in that. Before then, as a young buck, was a first-round draft pick and played at the University of Michigan. Down south, he is known as Diego. Let's give it up for Coach Jim Harbaugh. I mean, thank you.
Looks like is that an extra large or double X?
This right here, this is an extra large.
Extra large.
Extra large.
There had to be a time where you were like, what, 3, 4X?
I was, I was always a double X. I was double, triple guy. But you do enough Fat Arm Fridays, you start to think like, I'll just do the 2X and let the gut hang out a little bit too, because you want to show off the arms a little bit.
Yeah.
You're
looking strong.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Dude, the passion of football, I don't think it exudes off of anybody else more than you. Talk to me about a Sunday morning. Let's just say it's the middle of October 13th. All right. You can't see the start line in the rearview mirror, nor can you see the finish line at the end. Give me like your perfect scenario of what a pre-game day looks for you. What's perfect for you?
October 13th? Just
a random day. I was just put a random day in there.
Okay.
Weather's starting to break a little bit. People are going to haunted houses, but you're all ball.
It goes back to my dad, Jack Harbaugh. He learned us to attack each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
Yeah.
Unknown to mankind. That's otherworldly. That's not of this world. That's the kind of passion and enthusiasm that he wanted us to put into each day, and it's just been ingrained. And that's football is the thing the thing I do. It's also something I've been doing my whole life. I love football. I think, and I love football. I love people that love football, and people that love football love me back. And then we roll. That's the thoughts that I think. If you're going to tell me we have a day of football in October, I'm going to feel like that's where I need to be. That's where I want to be. That's where I've chosen to be. And then I'm going to start thinking about going out and just having fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you grew up playing I first started in the backyard, with my brother's friends, and they'd let me play, and I'd get in there and play, and that kind of fun. And one of the cool things I did when I was a kid, that because when you're having fun, that's when you can be that's when you can be at your best, as you know, Taylor. But I used to picture back then that this is first time I can remember, 5 years old, 6 years old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old guy. I was always trying to be like somebody that I was watching on TV,
right?
Like the pro player or the college player,
Mm-hmm.
And I would pretend that I was them, and that made me have more fun.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, now we're those guys that people are watching. How fun is that? We get to be ourselves having that kind of fun,
right?
It's mind-boggling. It's just that you get to do it.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do it. You get to do it.
Yeah, it's a get to, not have to type of mentality. Yeah, dive it in there.
Let's go.
Do you remember a time, when did it click for you? Because I have 3 children.
Yeah.
And I try to, hey, we got to do our disciplines. We have to have our routines. Let's find out what you love and let's nurture those things as much as possible. But there's always a little bit of pushback as kids go through adolescent age. For you, when was it hey, my dad, he really has it together. He understands this enthusiasm unknown to mankind thing he's saying, that's real. When did it click for you, do you think?
I can't remember when it clicked. I can't remember when.
You remember when you were born, but not when it clicked.
Yeah. And just vaguely, vaguely. I remember it was a cold and snowy day. I remember
light peering out.
And I remember being loved. I remember being welcomed. They wanted me on that that family team.
There was a chant taking place. You were already
I don't remember
arena.
every single detail.
Fragmented.
But also just just the drive, the wanting to do it, and the passion for it, and wanting to win and be good. I don't remember when that happened, or it just was always there.
Right. Was there always a level of competition between you and your brother in that sense? You're having fun, you're having competition in the backyard, and it's great. We're all lifting each other up, but there had to be a little bit of clearly a sibling rivalry that took place there, correct?
Yeah, there might have been the, it was just always a love, it was always man, I love, and I think that grew how I always faced competitors,
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love them. They make me better.
Yeah.
I want them to bring it and give me their best. Just like I wanted my brother to. Hey, give me your best. I want to see if I'm man enough to hang with you and your buddies, and you're making me better. So I always loved that about a competitor.
Yeah.
They make me better.
Yeah. Did you ever what was your if they had mic'd up back when you were with the Colts ripping around, slinging the rock for the boys on Sundays, what would people get out of you? Was similar what they get out of you now as a coach? Were you ever were you ever a shit talker? You ever get under people's skins? Or was it you take a hit and you see guys like the Andrew Luck, hey, that's a great hit, good job, nice work on that one? Or were you a guy that kind of got under people's skin a little bit when you were playing?
No, I really I don't know. I probably didn't. Yeah, I wasn't that guy. I wasn't the
tunnel vision, focused.
I tried that one time I tried that one time with Dan Hampton of the Chicago Bears, and it did not go well for young Jimmy Harbaugh.
What happened?
I think he just grabbed me and took me up off the ground, and my legs were dangling Yes, Mr. Hampton. From now on,
Yeah, exactly. There was no more.
And by the way, Mr. Hampton, if I offend you in any way going forward, it's not my intent to do that. You know,
absolutely. It's smart. Then he's just we got to reroute the train right there. Okay, we tried talking trash. That's not our
lesson
game.
learned.
We're gonna move on. We're just gonna be enthusiastic and love everybody always.
Yeah.
Get a couple touchdowns along the way. A breakup took place this offseason between you and Greg Roman. I'm sure that was very difficult for you. But you bring in McDaniel, who is, kooky and fun and has these awesome press conferences just like you do, but he implements this offensive scheme that I'm not like, and forgive my ignorance, I don't know if you've been a part of like this offensive scheme before. How unique was it to you going from kind of the inside zone, duo, power, drop back, play action under center to now we're like, hey, we're going to spread these boys out a bit. We're going to run some Wanda, some Zorro, some Zap, get these guys on a 45. Like, how was that for you, like buying in and kind of learning about that type of offensive scheme?
I hadn't been, but I really wanted to. Mm-hmm. And it's been something I just totally leaned into.
Yeah.
And learning it from Mike, who, he's an expert. He's been in it for 20 years. And tremendous coach, loves football, really just smart, he's got the Yale education, all that, but he's just so football smart. And it's been a great pairing with Justin because Justin's just so intellectually smart. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten the question, well, how smart are they, Coach?
Yeah. Like, are they Jeopardy smart, or are they like, oh, we're going to go into the middle of Compton, we'll be all right smart? Like, there's
my answer is I don't know. They're so smart that I don't know how smart they are.
They're so smart to us that we can't comprehend.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But together, the more those two are seeing things, attacking with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind together, the better off for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah. What was that first conversation like with McDaniels when he comes to LA, meets with you in his office? You guys are kind of doing the courting process, kind of like that relationship like with coaches, or you get on a new team and you're like meeting everybody. It's kind of like going on a first date, talking to them, you're feeling it out. What do you like? I want to know what you like, but I also want you to know what I like as well. Like, what was it like for you two? How quickly did your personalities mesh?
It was instant click, and then it was just football talking, and then you looked up and it was like, oh my God, we've been doing this for 3 hours. I mean, but it flew by. It felt like it was 15 minutes, mm-hmm. and that's what it was like.
That's awesome. You were on Rich Eisen's show, a fellow Michigan man, and you described that you had a dream. You woke up in a cold sweat one night and you realized that Justin Herbert, we got to get him into the Hall of Fame. And what comes with that? How did that dream take place? What steps are we taking to get my guy into the Hall of Fame? Because you look at his stats and the accolades that are taking place, like we're on our way. We're absolutely on our way. Now it's about getting over the hump of the playoffs. But what came from that epiphany of learning, like, okay, if we just get this end goal, all these other things will fall in?
Really, just becoming of like, boy, this is the best quarterback I think he's the best there ever was. That's what I think. And really, like, his only weakness right now is those of us around him that he's counting on, coaches, playmakers, offensive line, and we have got to just do everything in our power mm-hmm. to get up to that level. And we've been doing that. We've been just working to get that done. Yeah. And it's, I don't know if we're going to get to where he's at, but like, gosh darn it, let's get as close as we possibly can.
Right. He's like Icarus. He's flying pretty high right now. We just got to.
It's inspiring to see the way he goes about his, the talent, the effort that he has. And I want to do anything and everything I can to help him be the best that he can be. Mm-hmm. And him being the best that he can be, he's counting on other, offensive linemen, playmakers, coaches. Let's darn make sure that we're giving it the best that we have.
Right. We talked to Joe Alt earlier, and I've had a little bit of a relationship with Joe Alt. I met him at the Combine. He was actually telling me about like some fears of going to the Chargers because he was so nervous to play right tackle. Clearly, since then, he's done a fantastic job. Yeah. But last year, Joe goes down, Slater goes down. You have a bit of a revolving door taking place of your bookend tackles. It's just a recipe for disaster. And you guys still found a way to find success. From a culture standpoint, how did you handle that in team meetings when these guys are happening? You're adding more chips, which means plays have to develop more. So Herbert has to hold the ball more, all these things. And you guys still found a way to be successful during the football season. What was it like when injuries start to happen, running backs, all that stuff, and you're the leader of the ship?
Well, nobody thinks of themselves as a backup. Nobody thinks that they just think you just think of yourself as a football player.
Yeah.
And this is now it's my time to step up and to shine, and that's what you expect of yourself as a player. That's what you expect, as a teammate, and guys did that. I mean, guys stepped up and played really good, played great. Just gave it the best that they possibly could, and did a heck of a good job. So there's been, and I look at those as I had a coach, as a coach when I played at Michigan, Milan Vuletic. He wasn't there when you were there, probably.
No,
you ever heard that name? Milan Vuletic. He coached the outside backers, and he always used to say it's all those training sessions, all that experience you're getting, games, practices, training. It's like putting money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
You're making a deposit. You're making a deposit. You're making a deposit. You're making a deposit. And there's going to come a time when you get that, when you make that withdrawal.
Yeah.
All those things that have happened, I'm picturing as leading. Now we're going to make the withdrawal.
Yeah.
It's exciting. First day of training camp. I know what our guys have put into it. I know the way they've worked and practiced, and now it's let's go. Let's make some withdrawals.
Yeah, time to make withdrawals. A lot of those deposits happen in the weight room. Ben Herbert is without a doubt.
Did you get one in yet?
Right when you and I are finished, I'm switching into shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm ripping down there because I'm trying to get on the Silver Bells Club.
Nice.
I'm going to try to make it on there. I don't think it will happen, but hey, belief and delusion is my
Hey, don't tell yourself no.
You're right. You're right. I'm not going to self-doubt myself. But you look into his eyes and you just know like this man he's constantly walking with purpose. When I was at Michigan with you and learning about his processes, talking about how he finds like small incremental issues with guys' hamstrings or ankles. And it's like you spend 5 minutes with the guy, and I've worked out since I was 15 years old, have been around hundreds of different strength coaches. And you're like, this is probably in the short, small time, this is probably one of the best strength coaches in the world. And you can see it, the way he operates. How did you guys come across each other? And like, he's without a doubt the secret sauce of this franchise. Is he not?
He's the best that ever was it.
Yeah. He's the Justin Herbert.
He's the Justin Herbert of straight coaches.
Yeah.
No question about it. I've seen him work with thousands of guys, and make thousands of guys better. There's not one. You know how many guys I've seen not get better, under Ben Herbert?
How many?
None.
And
so the first one that doesn't get better under Ben Herbert will be the first that I've seen.
Right.
Just incredible. And I've watched him with, like I said, hundreds, thousands of football players by now, because I think we've, coming close to 9-10 years of being together. All the players that he's developed, at Michigan, all the ones he's made, like elite players, great players, elite players, good football players, great football players, trained guys that, average to be even, to be, be good. They just
maximizing
get
their full
better.
potential.
They get better.
Yeah.
And because he'll just do anything and everything to help that person be the best version of themselves. The only thing he can't do is make somebody want to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, like he'll do anything and everything else, but he'll pour anything and everything else into them. But as long as they got that desire to do it.
Yeah.
And, he's the best.
He is the best. There's no doubt. I talked about, I briefly said the word Diego in our intro, and some of the missionary work you do. Obviously, like there's been a bunch of news about like how passionate you are about giving back to the community, doing a lot of things. You go to head down south, but I'd love to hear the story about why they call you Diego down there.
Yeah, well, so the first time I went was in 2007, summer of 2007. Had just gone from the University of San Diego to Stanford as the head coach. And John and Denna Denniston, the godparents of my daughter Addison, former Michigan undergrad in law degree. Hey, you need a place to stay? Yeah, we kind of do. And so he had a guest house up there. We lived in his guest house. One day I was like, hey, what are you doing this summer? Oh, I'm going to Peru. Tell me about that. And a month later, I found myself going.
Yeah.
So, we're doing missionary work in Peru, Santissimo, Sacramento, with Father Joseph Lewan, Notre Dame grad, and tremendous what he's been able to accomplish there. I've been watching for almost 20 years going down there, and just the opportunity, get to do work, missionary work, and also labor. Building houses, delivering food, and having my kids go with me. All 6 out of the 7 have been down to Piura, Peru, and this past time, two new ones, Jack and Katie. Just how proud I was that they worked. Manual labor, digging, shoveling, dirt and rocks and making cement and laying a cement floor or building a house for a family. Incredible. And as small as that is, to see what, doctors do down there, they've got a surgery room now that I've watched, grow and grow, and cataract surgeries, being performed. I mean, that you're like these doctors. I mean, that's the work of Jesus. Couldn't see, now they can see.
Right.
Now the blind can see.
Yeah.
Hernia surgeries this past year. Man was bent over. He couldn't. Now he can. He's upright. I mean, it's the work of Jesus.
Yeah.
And to be a part of that is, I'm very grateful that we get to participate there.
No doubt. You got to get like Oz the Mentalist down there to turn water into wine next. Just keep doing Jesus things.
Yeah, I don't know if we can do that, but I have seen doctors. Somebody couldn't see, now they can see.
Yeah,
that's
right,
and it's amazing.
So you go down there and you're wearing San Diego stuff.
Yeah, so forgot about that part. Yeah, so all my gear when I was going down there was University of San Diego, Toreros, USD Toreros, San Diego. And so everybody just started calling me Diego. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you went to Piura, Peru, Santissimo, Sacramento, you did a mission trip there, they wouldn't know who Jim Harbaugh is, but they would know Diego.
They know who Diego is.
They know Diego.
No doubt about it. How has it been leaving Michigan, the Midwest, and coming to LA? You've spent so much time in California, but you're out there, you're shagging balls with the Dodgers, you got the khakis on, all that stuff. Like, what are some things that you truly enjoy doing in the city that are like just fun to do? Like, what is something Jim Harbaugh likes to do on an off day? What are you approaching with enthusiasm unknown to mankind on an off day?
Watching my kids play.
Yeah.
Going watching them playing in a ball game, or what they love to do. Katie, she loves to thrift. She's become this incredible sewer and thrifter, and so I really like going.
Thrifting's a hustle game.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
My mom would do that on eBay when I was
she
younger.
is coming up with, and just get fired up. Go to, Salvation Army, and picking things out with her, and then watching what she turns it into, whether she bedazzles it or sews 2 outfits together. Addie, her basketball games, or her fun ACT prep. Teaching them how to back when they were younger, it was like teach them how to ride a bike. You know, I was such an expert at that. You know, and I'm one of the best when it comes to teaching somebody how to ride a bike. I mean, I got my technique down.
You're the Justin Herbert of teaching people how to ride a bike.
That's
you're on a different level.
I am at a different level.
Yeah,
I'm elite there. Yeah, and now now it's teaching them to drive a car. You know, so all that. That's I'm either at home or I'm here at one of my two great loves. You know, my family at home and my family at work.
Yeah. Dude, so I have a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 12-day-old at my house right now. My 6-year-old, we're on the game right now. I've learned to ride the bike. I've already done with the 9-year-old. What are some tips you give to dads out there? Because I'm in the
riding a bike.
Riding a bike. I am on the towel around the armpits, and you kind of hold them up as you walk with them. Hey, keep pedaling, look forward, and then eventually you get looser and looser with the towel, and they start to figure it out. But if you were the GOAT of teaching kids how to ride a bike, I would love to get a couple pointers.
The ABCs of teaching somebody how to ride a bike.
I want to.
A, acceleration.
Yeah.
You got to get going.
Speed is king.
B, balance. You've got to learn the balance.
Yeah.
Feel the balance. Yeah. C, confidence. Once you got the confidence, you are going.
Right.
A lot could be said about that, the same as life, right? I mean, get going.
Yeah.
Find your balance, gain your confidence, and now we're rolling.
I like it. The ABCs of riding a bike. Boys, clip it. Send it to every dad out there with kids ages 4 to 8. That's incredible. I'm a huge fan of Michigan. I appreciate everything you've done for Michigan. I know when you left, there's been, to lack of a better word, a shitstorm has taken place about all these things and anything. Like, how long do you think it'll be before people realize what you and those guys were able to accomplish and actually take down undefeated national championship season? Because there's so much noise, obviously the Sharon Moore stuff. This isn't that type of podcast where I take things to negative 10. I'm like, let's break everything down. I'm sure you'll be able to do that with somebody else who's much more journalistic mindset. But I want you're so accomplished, and what you did for my university, it's like so admirable, and I love it. I just want to know when do you think the rest of the world's going to realize what you, JJ, Blake, and the rest of that coaching staff were able to do?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really unknowable. My guess would be, first of all, we know.
Yeah.
We know. And incredible is what it was. But everything else, it's like you're really in society, in sports, in politics for sure. Whatever's said these days, it's probably gonna be 50-50.
Yeah.
What somebody believes, what somebody thinks, who somebody roots for, you could be telling them the truth, and it crossed my heart. This is the truth. Oh, some people half are going to believe you, half are not. It's practically a jump ball,
yeah.
in today's society. So the answer to the question, I don't know,
right.
But we know.
Yeah, and it's not worth spending the time of trying to get everybody else to believe you, because it's like at the end of the day, people are going to believe whatever they want, and you're usually not going to change their mind on those things. So
yeah, we got things to do, people to see, places to go. We're moving this way.
Yeah, keep it moving forward. Are you following? Have you followed at all, Coach Whittingham? He's now the head coach over there. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, very.
And are you
great?
Do you have an idea of the direction that school and how they're going to go?
Yeah, I think I feel like it's going to go well. You know? Yeah. Nothing but respect for him, and I think he's going to do an amazing job. Wish him well, and like you, I'm the same. Go blue.
Yeah.
Forever.
And
I would even add, go blue, both shades.
Yeah. I love it.
Chargers too.
We have this is the most important question of the entire podcast. Quite possibly the most important question you've ever been asked in your entire life. It's called the Bud Light question.
Okay.
So people know they do anything and everything for an ice cold Bud Light. Yeah, knees weak. Yeah. What would Jim Harbaugh do anything for? Now, before you answer, take a second. You can't say family. We've had people talk about wanting to go to space. People talk going in submarines, going back in time to see the dinosaurs winning the lottery. Khalil Mack had a great one, but I don't want to say it to you because I feel like if I say it to you, you're going to take it as well. So I'd love to see where your brain goes with this question.
It's an easy one. Seek first the kingdom of heaven. I mean, I am doing everything I can
to make it to the pearly gates.
Yeah.
Get up there.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think when you die, it's immediate? Is there like a purgatory, or is it like you're right there, you're being judged in front of God, and it's like, hey, you're either in or you're out, or is there more of a waiting process? How do you think it goes when you finally pass away?
I don't know. I've heard some people have had accounts of that. I mean, I've not had one of those, where you die and
right,
something's happening.
Yeah,
I haven't had that.
It's a fascinating thought process to me of like what happens when it's all over.
Yeah, I'm just doing the best. Just gonna do the best I possibly can and take it one day at a time, and much like football. I mean, one play at a time, one game at a time. One day at a time.
Yeah,
do the best I can with what we got.
Well, Coach Jim Diego Harbaugh, I appreciate you coming on, man. This has been one final question.
We have one of your former players we're very close with. I would love to know one of your first memories of Delanie Walker.
So JP Hovey just asked one of your former players. What was one of your first memories of Delanie Walker? And then we do have fan questions I completely forgot about. But yeah, Delanie Walker.
You said first one or the most memorable.
Oh,
most most memorable. It was Seattle. I mean, he's going down on a kickoff, and I mean he gets his jaw broken, and kept playing all that, but just seeing him in the hospital that night, jaw wired, and the kind of thing that would have killed a lesser man.
Yeah,
and just the way he took that like a man, and then he was back before you could know it. I mean, just like, wow, that's the kind of guy that has the strength of 10 men is the only way to describe, the way I think of Delanie Walker.
That's awesome. Delanie's been a big part of our universe. I played with him on the Titans for 7 years.
Yeah.
Maybe the most lovable teammate you can possibly have. He is awesome.
None better.
No.
None better.
Can't have it. He was here last year, right during camp.
Yeah.
He was
coaching and
doing it all.
Just doing awesome. I can't think of a more favorite player I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Delanie Walker is the Justin Herbert.
Tied for first up there for I mean, nobody more. But, and Frank Gore and Justin and Derwin James. I mean, there's nobody I love coaching more than Derwin. But yeah, they're Derwin, Delanie, K-Mac, Justin Smith, Frank Gore, Joe Alt, Ladd McConkey, Rashawn Slater, another one who's just a one-on-one kind of guy. And I'm just leaving guys out, but they're those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those guys that he's the strongest 10 men. K-Mac, the strength of 10 men. I mean, they're cut from that. All those guys are cut from that quill.
If you could take one guy from your time at San Francisco and put him on the LA Chargers right now, who would it be?
Just one?
Just one.
Golly. Oh, man. Oh, God. It's going to be a tie. It's going to be a tie.
Who's it tied?
It's going to be tied. Justin Smith, Frank Gore. That's pretty.
Those two. You can throw one more in there. It's your show.
Okay, if I can throw another one. Patrick Willis.
That's a good one to have.
Can I grab Navarro Bowman while we're at it?
Yeah, have him
Delanie
too.
Walker.
And then we'll just package them into like one singular contract to get done.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Hey, Coach, let's give Coach Harbaugh a round of applause. Thank you. We know it's busy. I know in camp, the last thing coaches and players really want to do is just sit down on a microphone and talk. They want to focus on football. So for you to take however long this was and sit down with us, it means a lot. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
We'll be rooting for you this year.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.